All right. Hello, welcome again to another Shatterdaze with Venom 420. I'm Venom 420. Here's my buddy Ziggy, and you are now here with us. And the door is locked, so you can't leave. No. Hopefully everyone's doing good, staying positive through all the craziness that has been your entire life. Uh, much love to everybody. Hopefully everything's going good. Spicy Doritos in the house already, which is always a good sign. Hello and welcome. Yeah, shit's been same as ever, chugging through. But hopefully things have been better than ever for all of you. That's the goal. Let's get a bowl loaded real quick. We have a nice tray of some fresh picked green crack rocks here, some green crack nugs. Yeah, let's do a little grindage here. There we are. Gypsy, hey. Spicy, hey. What's been up this week, says Spicy. Trying to get my life back together. For those of you who don't know, I got into a car wreck. Someone rear-ended me and had no insurance, and it sucked. So I finally, like 3 months later, have been able to get a car, and I'm, feeling better. My arm's starting to feel better. My thumb's starting to feel better. Things have been going okay. Shit. Spicy. Same here. Good. Oh, wait. At this point, I could see some real crack rocks. I could use some real crack rocks. Uh-oh. My car is in total, but they think the frame is bent and my back hurts. Dude, I feel you. So, Billy Bong. Hopefully all is well. My girlfriend wanted to know what your snake's name is. She saw your snake in your video last night by your pool table, and she was curious. So there's that. Spicy, they hit me in the car wash. Jesus. In the car wash. That's fucked up. And now the dude at fault is trying to play games. Well, I mean, the guy who hit me didn't even have fucking insurance, nothing. And it sucked. It didn't go well, I'll tell you that. Could have been worse, but it didn't go well. And I lost my new car that I really enjoyed. So now I have a, 2013 Toyota. It's okay. It is what it is. I'll take what I can. I guess I'm just not meant to have a nice car. Bullshit. Maybe one day. Lesson learned about buying new cars. Don't do it. Billy Bong. His name is Gerald. I'll have to tell my girlfriend that. She'll love that name too. Gerald. Every time he eats a little fucking mouse, be like, Gerald. What'd I tell you about eating your mouses so fast? You're gonna choke, Gerald. Anyway, that's cool. Anyway, everyone hopefully they're having a good evening, but if you're not having a good evening so far, hopefully it starts to turn around for you now. There's a cat. All right. Is that a bottom light for the bongo? It is. It's actually a replacement of the old one I had. I had this exact one. If you look in old videos, so I even was able to use the same charger and everything. So just replace the top piece. I used the last one for I don't know, maybe 3-4 years constantly. And it's actually a hookah stand is what it's sold as. So that's kind of cool. So I've always dug these little lights from my table anyway. I feel like it's fun. But yeah, I'm glad to have that back finally. So it's not as cool as my old one, but whatever. It's close. Let's see. Are we going to do anything to make this bowl a little special? We got something special. Let's put some special stuff on there. Okay. We got a little bit of keef here. Let's do that. Start the first bowl off right. Billy Bong. I'm hungover laying in the bed. Too many Bud Right. Drinking that Bud Right. Yeah, that's awesome though. That's what I always, whenever anyone's like, oh, I don't feel so good this morning, I'm like, well, hopefully last night was worth it, Rough mornings follow good evenings. Ah, spicy Dorito. Oof, beer hangover. Yeah, hangover in general, man. I've had a lot of times where I'm like, no more of those fucking things. I never used to get them, but once I started getting hangovers, they were real. And I know how to avoid them, and I know how I avoided them for so long during my life. I just wouldn't wake up until like 1 o'clock the next day. So if you're hungover in the morning, don't get up that morning. Just get up in the afternoon, and it's fine. Gypsy, I like big light. I like that big light. A big Bud Light with tomato juice. I've never had those where I forget what those are called, but I know like beer and tomato juice mixed is not something I would go out of my way to try. I don't know. I'm not a huge tomato fan and tomato juice fan, but what is it? Bloody Marys. Spicy, no please. And green olive. See, spicy bomb. I know people who love it, and I think it's a Mexican thing. Billy Bong, Clamato. Yep, Clamato and beer. I think that's what it is. Again, I don't do any of them. I love green olives. It's probably the main reason I drink martinis. I'll be like, at some point, it's like, okay, I should just go buy some olives. I think I just like olives. My love of olives is turning me into an alcoholic because I keep on making myself mixed drinks. I like it with Clamato. And then Spicy says, blah. Michelada? Is that what they're called? I don't like the name either. Spicy, some chick offered me a Clamato juice at a festival. I thought it was punch or something, and I was coming down from the night before. See, that's fucked up if you thought it was something else. What the fuck? It's a panda. Oh, we got attacked by a panda. Oh, she's confused about the light. She's like, what's this light? What's this joint I got for you, panda? What's that? Oh, what is that? Is that a joint? A panda joint? Oh, shit. We got panda joints. Oh, yeah. Get yourself some joint, panda. Get yourself some joint. It's okay. Aw. I know. It's okay. She is very scared of the dog. It's okay. She's doing really good, though, considering there's a dog right there. She's okay. That went pretty well. Spicy, I love kitties. How about kitties with little joints? You like little cats with joints in their mouths? Look at there. Look at the joint. Go get your mom. I got the panda here. Careful. Oh, here's the Phoenix. Phoenix wasn't feeling too good yesterday. So, yeah. But the dog's feeling better today. The kitty's better. She can enjoy her joint now. Oh no. You lost it. Let me grab the... there you are. There you go. There you go. All right. Spicy, what's everyone been thinking about lately? I want to get into some wacky convo. Well, you've come to the wackiest place on the internet. Short of all the other crap. Oh, shit. She's straight up eating that whole joint. You're missing it. You're missing it. Why don't you show it to people? You gotta show it to people. There's your joint. Look at your joint. She's like, I already cracked it open. I'm just going to eat the weed out of it now. Oh, cat weed. There's your joint. There's the joint. Yeah. Billy Bong, panda likely. Yeah, likely Panda. But yeah, hopefully everyone's good. It's just been okay. I've just been getting my life back together. That's what I've been thinking about this week. Trying to. Billy Bong, nah, just kidding. Thinking about getting a van and traveling around, which that sounds nice. It's a good way to end. In I've always thought about retiring, ending my life, maybe doing that. My grandma did that. Bought a huge RV and drove around to all the states. You just ate that whole joint, little missy. You just watched a cat eat the entire fucking thing. Yep, she's gonna finish that. Except for she always eats the filter. Yep. Making sure you don't eat that filter. And the filter, sweetheart. She's eating like 2 of the filters on these little joints. Alright. Spicy, yes. Would you renovate it yourself, Billy Bong? Yeah, I mean, you could probably save a lot of money. I've always thought it'd be cool, those people who turn, school buses, old school buses into them. Oh, yeah. Is it time for a bath now? You had some weed? Your little kitty joint? Billy Bong, just head out west, hit up all the national parks, which would be great. I would have like a big thing where I'm like, I'm going to, I don't know. I've had ideas of hitting skate parks all along the place, but I don't skate enough anymore. Now it'd probably be what, dispensaries? I'll visit a dispensary in every state that it's legal. So, what was that cracked out look for, Panda? Oh, there's that Panda. There we go. Now we can share the screen a little bit. Here's to everybody, and here's to cats, and making us happy. You get to watch my cats, so hopefully they make you happy. Make me happy. She's really been into hanging out during these vlog thing. Shatterdaze. Every Shatterdaze, she's been up here, which is great. She's looking for the joint. She thinks she dropped it, but you already ate that joint, sweetheart. Oh, and there's the zig. So we got a zig in my lap. Cat. Bong. If this isn't nice, I don't know what is. Thanks for joining me again. Cheers, everybody. All right. Billy Bong. Yeah, I'm getting a van and putting a mattress in the back. Nothing fancy. Maybe something for power and a microwave. Which all you need is a little power converter that plugs into your fucking lighter. Yep, it's not bad. I've thought about it many times. It just has never came together. Ah, Kenzie. Hello. Am stoned and just made some beanie burritos. Good on it. Jelly Billy Bong. Yeah, that sounds really fun. Ah, a cup of the Earl Grey hot. Yep. Say I drink that 75% because I like it and about 25% because of Captain Picard. All right. Again, it's Shatterdaze. Hopefully everyone is having a great Saturday. Saturdays, weekends lose their meaning when time is a joke, and even though it's an illusion, I hope you have a good time. Cheers. Sandy, it's the panda. The one and only. Ooh. Yes, indeedy. She likes to get stoned with us, is what's been happening. She comes here and eats some catnip, gets stoned with us, hangs out, and yeah, I like this because I can see her and I'm in the frame still. But yes, crazy 88s. That's what I think of when I see 88s for some reason. Is there 88 of them? No, they just call themselves that. Cat. Good call. Anyway, Gypsy, my friend bought a van and converted it. It's awesome. Converted it into a convertible. So it's just a giant convertible. Yeah, I've always thought that'd be cool. I always thought it'd be nice to get a van. I've always had the hopes that I'd be like touring. And in my eyes, I'm not touring in a fancy, huge tour bus because I'm keeping my dreams realistic, but actually doing it like most people and having like a van or something and fucking just driving around to gigs and shit. That's always been, oddly enough, a dream of mine. It was going to be how I saw the world. It was kind of like doing all those things at once. My goal was to travel all the time, even if it's just to small bars to do shows. Still not out of the realm of possibility, but with the way the world is going, you never know. All right. Sandy, is he going to live in it? I'm guessing you're asking Gypsy, who has a friend who converted a van. Well, you live in it for a while when you're traveling, but some people have to live there a little longer, and I get it. I'm not far from that. Billy Bong. I saw a Corvette with a 6-inch lift and those big rims black people have. I know plenty of white people and Mexican people who have had them too. My friend, I have a Mexican friend. He was part. His uncle owns 5150 Car Club, and they all have ridiculous cars. But a Corvette on 22s or something crazy like that is just weird. I saw God, what was it? Like this sedan ass car on like with a truck lift and big ass tire. I'm like, okay, you lifted your car. Like, I hope you didn't pay much for lifting your car. And it was like a newer, like, you know, like a 2000 something sedan. I'm like, really? You lifted that? But whatever. I don't know. I guess it's better than not. Kenzie, my road trip to Colorado in August is going to be in a rented converted camper with the 2 large dogs. It's going to be so fun. Well, that is cool. And I was going to say, it matters how many people and things you have to take along. I'm very anchored where I'm at right now, unfortunately. But it all works out because I don't have much going on in the way of travel anyway. So, but I'm stuck in this place. Spicy. Lifted trucks make me cry. Seeing big trucks driving really fast with an empty load, like they're not hauling anything, kind of pisses me off, but whatever. It's also not, it's just what it is. I get trucks. If you have a truck, that's awesome. I wish I had a truck for hauling stuff, but I don't haul stuff enough for me to warrant having a truck and burning up massive amounts of gas. That's just me. I try to be eco-friendly as shit. I've always tried to get, my goal would be, if I could have one car, I'd probably get not the Cybertruck Tesla, but they have like a Tesla truck coming out that just looks like a normal truck. Probably just rock that, but it's like $120,000. I'm like, yeah, I'll buy a house before I do that. But ideally, an electric truck that gets like 300 miles to the charge at least, and then like is badass. Yeah, that's the goal. Best of all worlds. You know, it's not the size I have a problem with. It's the liftedness. It's just the fact that I don't know why some people do it for the wrong reasons, I think, in my opinion. Gypsy, my friend uses hers to travel so she can take her dog. So that'd be cool, and that's the goal. And anything, I would always have to think about taking the dog now, anywhere I go for like long trips or travel. If God forbid, hopefully the world goes better. Wait, God forbid, God willing, the world gets better. I don't know my God's very God. That's it. That's the one. Everything going fortunate. Hopefully there'll actually be concerts and festivals and shit happening again in the future sometime. Right now it's still a little early to say. So, but if they do go, I would like to go and be able to take my dog with me, but that'd be rough too. I don't know. Yesterday the dog was really not feeling well and never got any explanation as to why. my girlfriend just came in and said, "Come here and look. Does the dog look sad?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, kind of." And yeah, so I'm like, "Yeah, a little bit." And then she got up and looked like she was gonna fall over, and we're like, "What the fuck?" So we took her in, and they said that she looked like she might have eaten something or something. But they did a blood test, and everything came clean. They said they don't know why. Let her sleep it off. She looks fine today. Crazy. Yeah, in 10 years, says Spicy. Yeah, fucking. Did she eat something funny? Says Spicy. And that's what they thought. Honestly, they asked if it was a pot and marijuana intoxication. And I'm like, I'm like, don't get me wrong, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but she wouldn't just eat pot. And I don't have pot just laying around where she would eat it. Like when I'm not in here, it's all put away. And like the mushrooms, everything's put away. The only thing I thought is I had to move a whole bunch of shit. Oh yeah, so this is what else happened this fucking week. A fucking hose in my fucking pretty much behind my bathroom wall busted, and it was made of plastic. It was like a 30-year-old plastic hose, busted, so it fucking rotted out my wall, and I didn't even notice. And it was the hot water was leaking out. It was probably a small leak for a while, and then really busted, and until like it started smelling like a fucking sauna in here. That really hot water on wood smell. And I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? I'm looking under my sink. Finally, I'm like, okay. And I could hear my hot water heater just running. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And rip out where the hot water heater is. And the hot water heater isn't leaking, but next to it is. And yeah, been fucking crazy. So anyway, to get to the hot water heater and to get all that shit up, we moved a whole bunch of shit. And I was thinking maybe on the floor where we move stuff, I dropped some hash. Because for her to look as fucked up as she did, like she couldn't have just eaten a bud. She had to eat like a whole fucking handful of pot. And she didn't. But a little tiny piece of hash on the floor, that's not, it doesn't look like pot, it doesn't smell like pot. If she thought it was like a cat treat or something. But I really don't fucking know. The end goal is she's okay today. I don't do edibles, so that was another thought. Sandy, a friend's dog had the same symptoms like your dog's, and the cause was pot cookies. And that's exactly what they said. They're like, she looks like she's having a pot intoxication of an edible. And we're here in Colorado, so like they were very like pretty sure about it. And I'm like, I'm telling you, I didn't. We had chocolate bars on the table, and I really freaked out. I'm like, I bet she got to those chocolate bars. And we looked, and the chocolate bars were fine. Everything was fine. I didn't see any pot eaten. Nothing was brushed around. My room was, like I said, there's no pot to her. I'd shut off everywhere where, because to get to the water heater, I had to move a bunch of shit, and I didn't want the cats getting there, so they weren't there. No fucking clue. But she did. So they sedated her, blood tests, and give her fluids. They said let her sleep for like 12 hours throughout the night, pretty much, that meant. And then, if she doesn't look better in the morning, take her back or call us. She looks fine today. I got her this awesome, I'm going to show you this awesome, fuck it. I got her a huge tennis ball. It's like this big. It's really cool, but she wasn't interested in it. That's how dogs are sometimes. She's picky. She'll play with it maybe later, or she won't. She loves her toys that she loves, and if she doesn't, that's just how it is. I'll find another dog. No, I won't. I'll just put her in her pile. And I'm hoping one day she'll get more into it. She's also not feeling well. I just got it today because I want to get her something nice, and I've been thinking about her. Timing actually just worked out because I ordered it before that. But don't tell her that. I got her something nice because she went to the vet and had a bad day. I thought it'd be cool to give her a little toy, but she's still maybe not up to plan, I don't think. Spicy. That's annoying as fuck to deal with. It was scary as shit, and it broke my heart, and I'm fucking, I'm telling so Spicy, yeah. Sandy, not that I'm saying you'd leave pot cookies laying around. And I had a slight bit of like upset when they said, well, it's probably pot intoxication, because looking at me, and I'm like, well, fuck you. First off, I don't, dude, okay, so I smoke a lot of pot. There's pot all the time. She's never shown any interest. It was very weird. That's why the hash thing on the floor is the only thing I can think of even remotely. Billy Bong. My mom's dog got my mom's dog got sick. He tested positive for THC. Ate some cookies or something. So they ran blood tests, but they weren't running it for THC. That's why they're like, we can only tell you what it is, and they want to know more serious stuff, which is cool. I'm glad. The way she was acting, I wasn't feeling well. Okay, at first when my girlfriend said, is she okay? Does she look sad? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. She's a very touchy dog. Maybe she's tired or something, sleepy. But she also wasn't too into food. That's weird. And then she looked like she was all dizzy or something. I'm like, okay, let's get her ass. Yep, we gotta just go. Fuck it, go. I'll tell you, all that matters in this world is that dog's okay, and these cats are okay, and all the cats and dogs, and I don't know. It really hits home on. I don't care about my car. I don't care about any of this shit. I don't care about, nothing really matters to me except for fucking the people and things I love and care about. And it sucks that we're all so temporary. You have to accept that we're all very temporary. And you just got to make the best time that you can with your little ones while they're here. With the little ones while they're here. And you just got to give them the best life that you can. You know what I mean? Yeah. See, she's like, it's okay. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. It just, it brings home feelings of mortality on not only yourself, but on the things you love and care about, and that's hard. So, yeah, you're a little. She's my little caramel macchiato. Yeah, you want to cuddle up? Oh, she wants to cuddle. So I hope anybody. Oh yeah, let's see here. Spicy, not the dog. The burst pipe. Oh yeah, the fucking that shit. The burst pipe was fucked. Spicy, I'm glad the pup is okay. Yeah, I don't care about the pipe, honestly. Fuck the pipe. Fuck my house. Fuck everything. The only reason the house is important is because that's where I take care of the cats and the dog. So, that's all that matters. But anyway, having her on my lap reminds me. I hope everyone is able to at least somewhat check out the gaming thing I did. I think I'm gonna start doing those on Tuesday. It went okay. I have a lot of things that will make it go smoother. Mostly, I just need a second screen so I can read and actually watch what I'm doing. Because some games will be impossible to do what I was doing. Fortunately, I know that game well enough that I can have most of the screen cut off and still play it. Yeah, gaming went okay. I thought it was kind of fun. Even if it's not the most engaging thing, I still get to play video games and smoke pot and hang out. So it was fun having you guys with me. Like I said, I'm going to try doing it every Tuesday. So, Gypsy, I thought the gaming thing was awesome. Well, thank you. And I get that if any of you aren't into it, that you didn't join because it's its own thing. But it was fun. I enjoyed playing the game I really like to play. And talking about music is also one of my favorite things. So video games, smoking pot, talking about music, and hanging out with friends. Like, I had a great night. All right, Spicy. I've been in the whole mortality thought spiral for a week or so. My Nana passed in June. It's been hitting super hard lately. Yeah, nothing's worse than those feelings. And I always say there's only two things you can do. You can run and hide, or you can embrace those things. There's a reason that, Mexican culture embraces death so much, and it helps you accept it and understand how important it is. I think death is really important because you just have to appreciate your life all the more and everyone else's life, and then being able to let it go. That's the ultimate test in life that I've learned, is build everything up and then let it go. It's like building a card castle, really beautiful and nice, and then not purposely, but understanding that it's going to fall over and being okay with that. That's the key. Kenzie, I thought it was super fun. It reminded me of Guitar Hero, which I loved. Well, thank you, Kenzie. That makes me extremely happy. I love that stupid game. That's the game I play the most. I had another game I was going to play called Session, but they just did an update to it, and it's a beta, and I'm still going to probably play it. Maybe I'll play that one next week just to give you guys a break, but Rocksmith is what I'll probably end up playing 90% of the time. A, it's my favorite game. B, it gets, I just said it, talking about music, everything's perfect. Luis, or Lewis. I've known more Luises. So, Luis, hey, dude, glad to see you are feeling well now. I'm hanging in there. I'm getting better. Yeah, I can't tell if that's a Lewis or a Luis from the picture. Usually I go by skin tone. I don't know if that's wrong, but it's usually accurate. I'm doing better. I'm hanging in there, and I finally have my own fucking car again. I'm not borrowing a car and being a burden on everybody. I'm feeling a little bit better, too. I was feeling really sick there. Had to get a COVID test just to make sure I wasn't dying or going to be infectious to people, yada yada. So that all came out good. Everything went good. Yeah, things have been going okay, and that's the key. Is just being able to tough through the rough times, just to get back to a point where things are okay. They'll eventually kind of pop back, I guess. Spicy. Yeah, I've been embracing it and trying to appreciate it all. Well, like I said, with the whole you can run towards it or run away from it, and like Mexican culture has skulls all over their shit, and some people think it's like morbid, and I think that people in the goth community especially has embraced the mortality and the morbid curiosities, and the darker imagery, and things that's familiar, right? You keep you familiarized with certain things. Like I said, it's kind of like watching the saddest scene you've ever seen on a movie, and you cry the first 100 times, but if you watch it over and over and over again, you can kind of desensitize yourself to it. But the key is still being able to appreciate it and desensitize yourself a little bit. I don't know. It's a little crazy. Spicy. Yeah. Dia de los Muertos. I can't speak Spanish or hardly read it. Spicy. I can't even read English, for God's sake. God, here's that God again. What is it? What is it? What are you looking at? Spicy. A lot of spirituality. Yeah. See, I can't say words I know well. Has ancestor variation and care. Oh, veneration. Yeah, and care. She wants more kitty weed. She ate a whole joint. She can't have any more kitty weed. Kenzie, Day of the Dead. I did know it was Day of the Dead. I'm just saying I can't read or pronounce anything well. So, yes. But yeah, you okay? You sneezing? You got the sneezies? She's like trying to keep an eye out for the dog too. Yeah. Now, and like I said, I think that I think it's certain people just lean towards that imagery, and some people shy away from it. But I've noticed the people who, she's so fluffy, I just want to pet her. Poofy, you're just so poofy. She's a tiny cat. If she wasn't poofy, she'd be that teeny little kitty. She has a very small head and a very small, dainty little body. And she's so poofy. She was just made for poofing. Poofing all over town. Yeah, that's a good cat right there. That's a good cat. Ziggy's fucking groaning over here like All right, so we're gonna spin the wheel of dabs here, get this bowl going. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Shit changes. 88s. Crazy 88s. I'm way too high right now. Well, God, who was it? I think it was someone I'm not super fond of, like Ted Nugent or something like that. But anyway, it's Neil Young, who I am fond of. I believe it is Neil Young, who he is badass. Wait, what did I miss there? At 88, I'm way too high now. Sandy, 88. What? Your dog ate a nug now? I don't know. I might have lost one there. But spicy, or everybody, way too high or just right. Yeah, like 5 minutes, okay? I think I missed something there. Someone's dog eating pot. That's how shit goes sometimes. Jesus, Nick, how's it going? See, yeah, I don't see Nick on here. Is Nick here? I got no Nick messages on my end. Yeah, sometimes these suck. Spicy, I'm confused. Yeah, I'm also quite high. And yet I still can't smell my pineapple mayhem yet, says Kenzie. No way, you still can't fucking smell? That's fucking weird. That'd start freaking me out a little bit. I mean, it's been too long. I really hope you're gonna do better here soon on that. If not, you gotta get a job in like waste disposal or something horrible, and then walk up and be like, smells like a great day today. Every day you go into work and people are like, what the fuck? Spicy, did you have COVID? I'm guessing you're asking Kenzie, the epileptic giraffes. And she says yes, because yes, she had COVID. I wasn't gonna be like, yeah. No, I don't know. She had it, got over it. I hope the best. Yeah, that shit's getting freaky, dude. Fucking, it is what it is. I thought for sure I had it. I wasn't feeling good. So, Spicy, I had it absolutely horrific. The hyperventilating for days and being delirious was terrifying. Well, that sounds terrifying. And that's why I've been avoiding that shit like the plague. And also there you go. And, you know, I'm so scared about my mom getting it and my girlfriend and my sister. And, like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to get it. And that freaked me out, too. But it's the idea of giving it to everyone you care about that I can't stand. That's why I still don't see my grandma. It bugs me. She's still not fucking vaccinated, and she's 90. So it is what it is. But we're all hanging in there, right? I hope everyone's doing okay and you haven't suffered too many losses doing all this shit yet. Kenzie, I mean, my job is quite disgusting. I had a Yorkie shoot diarrhea across my table and I couldn't smell a thing. Dog blew anal gland so bad today they had to open doors. I couldn't smell it, which is still freaky. It was so bad, Spicy. It was so bad, Spicy. Glad you're okay too. See, that shit's fucking terrifying. But I've known a few people who've got it and they're like, yeah, it's no big deal. I know some people who've got it and they had to be put in an induced coma, woke up, didn't know who or what was happening to them, fucking didn't know people that they fucking had known for years. I mean, it was fucking scary. Sandy, holy shit, there are 2 of us in the small chat that had it. This is crazy. Probably more. I guess there is 8 people. I was gonna say sometimes there's more than 8 people, but no one's chatting, and I'm like, yeah, I bet you, shit's crazy. Spicy, 3 apparently. Sandy, yeah, no shit. Wait, Kenzie, Spicy. I'm sure there's probably more. You too, man. I don't know who else. But Spicy, it was scary. I couldn't even walk to the bathroom because I wasn't taking full breaths for days. Sandy, no, not me. We are in us. Yeah. Hey, I don't think we need to take... Okay, so what does that say? There's 9 of us in here, and even if 2 people have it, do the math on that. You have more than a quarter of us who have it, so. All right. Kenzie, oh my God, yes. Literally walking to the next room. Felt like I ran laps. It was wild. See, that's fucking terrifying. And like I said, but I'm like a fucking maniac. Plus, I serve people food. And here's something that everyone needs to take into account is I know for a fact that no one I work with and no one I've ever seen fucking takes care like I do. I use hand sanitizer before and after everything. As soon as like they said, you should wear 2 masks. I'm like, all right, I'll wear 2 masks. All right, I'll do everything. I just do everything I can because if I find out I had it, and then I'm like, well, how many people did I just give it to? I would think about that shit and be like, I might have just killed 2 people because I'm an asshole and couldn't fucking be a little bit fucking considerate to the people who are paying me money. Or hopefully they're tipping me some money. But I'm like, yeah, so I'm super fucking freaky about that. But you gotta be super careful if you're getting delivery or if you're getting fucking food at a fast food place or something, or even a restaurant. If you don't trust that fucking place, be like, yeah, dude, it's only as safe as the person who just handed it to you. And when fucking 1/4 of the population has it, dude, it's a little freaky. And people are, I'm kind of upset because a lot of people get it. It seems like the people who are like most skeptical of it and be like, I don't know if it's even real. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not worried about it. When they get it, they seem to fucking like get over it really fast and be like, and it was like a cold. It's like the people who are like, fucking worried about it and they get it hit the hardest and not the fucking worst. Sandy, I'm truly glad you two are doing better. Shit. Much love, Sandy. And Kenzie says thanks. Kenzie, and here in Minnesota, the cold air took my breath away every time I opened my door and let my dogs outside. It didn't improve at all for like 9 to 10 days, which at that point I'd be fucking flipping, dude. So that's the worst thing you can do is freak out. Spicy. I'm glad that you're getting back to semi-normal, Kenzie. Yeah, no shit. Ken says it's just the smell and my lung capacity is definitely not what it used to be. I changed it a little bit. That's fine. Sad I can't take as big of bong rips, but I lost my smell January 1st. Haven't smelled since last year. Yeah, no shit. That's crazy. That's freaky. Spicy. I'm pretty sure I gave myself an abdominal hernia and abdominal hernia. God, I can't talk. From the coughing. I haven't had a chance to see the doc about it. That's fucked. But that's how it is. I'm not going to change this subject because fucking shit's what it is. People need to take that shit seriously, son. Son. Got the Ziggy here. But yeah, I'm fucking super happy everyone's as okay as they are. But like I said, it's good to spread that information that, dude, it sucked. It really sucked. Spicy. We can change it. My bad. No, you're fine. You're fine. Here's to good health, though. Like I said, I think it's important. Woo! That's why I've been doing lung exercises. Trying to keep it fresh. Trying to keep my fucking lungs up there. I've literally thought about that. I'm like, man, I should start doing some more cardio again because I have fucking terrible fucking... When I'm running upstairs right now, I'm already dying. Kenzie, that's wild. I didn't have awful coughing. Wait, I didn't have awful coughing, and I'm thankful. The shortness of breath and the weakness was the worst part. Spicy. LOL. There. There. What, the lung exercises? Let's spin the wheel of dab, speaking of which. What was I going to say? I've known a lot of people that have completely different symptoms. It's very random, which is odd, too. That's why I'm not curious to find out how well I would do. This is not a chong, because this isn't a chong. Sandy, hey, Venom. Fuck. Splinter or something. Spicy. Or Sandy, hey, Venom, what's that light thing you just rested the bong on? It is a hookah display. It's hookah stand is what it's sold as on Amazon. So if you go and press LED hookah stand, that's this guy. I've had one before. I'm replacing it because my old one just died out of nowhere. But granted, it lasted a good 2-3 years of constantly being on. Every time I would turn on the room, I would turn on this thing. If you watch all of my old videos, I had one of these guys. They're fun, especially when everything's nice and clean, because it really looks nice. Right now, it's like, look at my dirty bones. But I like them. Nick, yo, Nick's in the house. Good to have you, buddy. Spicy, the cough was my first sign, and it started at work. I coughed. I worked at an airport. Oof. And by nighttime, I was full on sick. The loss of smell and taste has been the biggest first signs I've seen on people that I've talked to and know. Lewis, I quit smoking and vaping weed, and now I only take tincture because my asthma was getting bad. That's how I wish my mom would do it, but she's just pretty much, she takes like one little baby hit off a pipe and then she's done. So she's just kind of stopped smoking pot pretty much, which is a shame because it's good for asthma. Yeah, actually, THC in cannabis is good for asthma if you don't smoke it. So you're actually doing yourself some regenerative shit right there too. Speaking of which, I might just have me one of these CBD smokes. I'm really kind of digging these. I'm still going to do a video. I was going to do one today, but I've had the water bust. I had to get a new car. I have it on, it's been rough. So, but I'm going to do a video on what the fuck is this on some of these cool smokes I've got. I got these CBD guys. So we'll check those guys out. So, because dude was kind enough to let me try them. So I'll be kind enough to give an honest review. All right. Nick, I love Van Smokes. Yeah, I've tried a lot of different CBD smokes because my girlfriend was trying to quit, and she would buy any that you could. And if you go around, wherever we would be, it's like, let's try this place or this smoker friendly. They would always have a different selection. So I'd be like, well, I got you the only ones they had, or she would get them. I would just smoke one or two out of the pack. But these are way better. I have a lot of opinions on them. There's a reason I love them. It's because they're more a pre-roll joint of CBD hemp. I mean, the paper, the feel, the taste, the smell. Like, I couldn't smoke this outside without everyone thinking it was a joint. Straight up, it's dankier than some pot I've smoked. So, that being said, yeah, I don't know. They're a little, I love them, but it's pretty much more like smoking a joint. So you gotta treat it as such. I wouldn't trust this. A cop would bust your ass and he'd be like, it's just a cigarette, I swear. And you'd be like, I'd get fucked with, I know it. All right, Nick, I have a glass sculpture of a Burj Khalifa with a stand like that. That's cool, with the little lit up stand. They're fun. Spicy, you should get one of those lit up ice cubes for your bong. Hey, I have kind of seen those, huh? I think they're just little LED things you place in the cube or something. That's a great idea, Spicy. I need to remember that. Look those up. Nick, I love Van Smokes. Me too, actually. The Delta 8 ones are nice for when you want to be high but not completely bonkers. Yeah, I've been looking at that and figuring out what Delta 8 is. They go out like quicker than a normal joint, which is good and bad, especially since I usually smoke them in a couple sittings. Unless I'm in the car. But I really don't like smoking these in the car because it fucking, even with all my windows down, I smoked one of these and then came back and I'm like, fuck, dude, it smells like I just rolled up all the windows and chiefed it in here. I can't do that because I don't know. Spicy, are they actually good? I need to quit cigs ASAP. Shit's no fun anymore. Yeah, they're actually good. My girlfriend likes these ones. I think this is a natural blend. So it's got hemp flower and herbs, but I can tell that she could tell that there's sweet grass and something else in there. They're good, but they're harsh like an actual cigarette. So if you're looking for that little bit of harshness, a little bit good, those are a really good one. But they're a little, they kind of almost remind me of the clove cigarettes. Was it Harlem Blacks or whatever they are? But they are good. like I said, this is much more like smoking a fucking pre-roll though, than smoking. It looks like smoking a joint or smoking a cigarette, but yeah. Fires go out. All right. But yes, I'd recommend them. I'm gonna get more, and my girlfriend is gonna try quitting smokes. So she's been very happy that they've been around. So it's hard to quit smoking. So Nick, the Delta 8 ones are very nice. Good Dank has good stank. No shit. Luis, if I'm saying that wrong, let me know. But Luis 944. Got that 44 on 9-lock. All right. I used hemp to quit smoking tobacco last year. It's brilliant. Yeah. Especially for me, I just enjoy having something to smoke other than pot all the time. I think the only other thing with these things is price point. Is they're expensive. They're about twice as expensive as a pack of normal cigarettes, but that's not that crazy to me. They all cost different. These ones are even more, but like I said, paying $10 a pack for a pack of cigarettes, that's crazy because I don't like them. But speaking of, now I gotta go smoke a cig. The price encourages you. The price encourages you to cut the shit out even quicker. Well, yeah, I'm sure that's not why they charge more. They just charge more because they can get more. You could make them $20 a pack, and someone will fucking the crime rate in America will go up, but they will still not lose sales. So, Luis, I used to buy raw hemp tea. Oh, and just roll my own joints with that, much cheaper. That's kind of neat. I've had a lot of hemp smokes, but I think you get what you pay for. Also, that's what I was going to say about these. These are pricier, but I actually like these. I think it was Nick who said that they were selling. He got the actual nug version at a dispensary too, because they make CBD nugs and they sell them in a little jar and shit like that, and that's cool too. All right, let's get a spin on the wheel. Oh wait, I already spun the wheel. It landed on. This is not a chong. I'm gonna go load that up right now. I have no water in because I was smart and actually went ahead and dumped all the water out of my bongs. So they are all empty. So fill them up with water. We'll come back to that guy. I can tell they're not pot though. You know, obviously I don't. Smoking a full one to the head still is a little rough for me, but like smoking a full cigarette would be just fucking devastating to me anymore. It's been too long. All right, Nick. Vance nugs are some of the best, even when compared to some weed, or actually a lot of weed. You know what? I can believe it because, like I said, these smell more dank than some of them. Definitely way, but I rather smoke this CB, and that's a rough one. I if I had these Delta 8s for sure, almost rather smoke those Delta 8s than a lot of the pot I've been buying from the dispensary. Fucking well, I was getting from the dispensary from somebody else. Now I have my medical card and I'm getting my own and trying not to bug people as much. Big ass smoothie. I gotta drink. All right, Sandy. I remember hearing that in Europe, Sandy, I remember hearing that in Europe, cigs and gasoline cost as much as they really cost because the government doesn't subsidize those industries. So cigs, $11 a pack, and gas, twice what we pay. I mean, I can believe something along that line. Sandy, the price would encourage you to cut the shit out even quicker. Yeah. Yeah, that's not wrong. You do. When price starts to get involved, you have to kind of. That's a bigger factor for most people than almost anything else. Nick, if you don't smoke Delta 9, Delta 8 is pretty close to the same thing. Yeah, it's pretty. It's good. I haven't smoked it without smoking weed, so I can't give you like a sober test, which maybe I'll do that. Luis, what's the smoothie made from? Looks good. There's a lot of taxes on cigarettes and petrol and diesel in the UK. Yeah. GB. That's a weird looking GB or something. What was I going to say? Oh, what's the smoothie made from? What is in that smoothie? Cherries, blackberries, raspberries, bananas, a lot of bananas, hemp seed oil, because it's good for you. It's actually hemp seeds and hemp seed oil, I think. I know I'm missing something. I have some of those. I can't say the word, not acai. I always call them acai, but that's not how you say them. Those berries that are weird, I don't know, bunch of shit like that. I try to have those as much as possible, especially right now when I'm getting super loaded. It doesn't hurt to stock up on something high in whatever this is high in. It's nice and cold on my throat too, which I'm just frying away. So let's get some water, do a dab, and get on it. Billy Bongs, screw cigarettes. They should be $30 a pack. Cancer sticks. I'm not 100% against the pictures of like the dying people on the packs of smokes. I also don't know about forcing them to do it. Yeah, I always think of the South Park with the highty lighty lie and a highty lighty lay. We work and we make cigarettes a highty lighty day, so people can take a breaky from their stressful little lives. Robert, loving the vibes of your room. I get a lot of comments that looks like I live in a Spencer's or a Hot Topic or a head shop. They're not wrong. I've bought a small head shop worth of shit over my life, but that's how it goes. Sandy, welcome, Robert. And we got some thumbs up from Luis. I'm still not hearing that wrong on Luis. Like I said, I know more of those than Lewis's. So, water, bong, agua, dabs. It's good to have all you guys here. Nick. That's ass. Nick, you look like you live in a surf shop near my dad's beach estate. Yeah, I wish. Every time I go to fucking California, my dad was born in Hollywood, and he talked about it a lot. And I always was kind of like a little bummed. I'm like, well, why didn't we? Like, I wish we could have like grew up. I really would have loved to grow up by like somewhere where I could surf. I don't know. Surfing really would have been cool, but I've never even done it, and I'm slightly terrified of the ocean. I've never had any good experiences on the ocean yet. Not bad ones necessarily, but it is what it is. All right. I'll never get it if I don't go now. So I'm gonna do this right now. All right. Nick, I surf every summer when I go to visit the Outer Banks. I have always been told that it's hard to surf in California compared to surfing in like Hawaii. So I've always wanted to go to like Hawaii and surf somewhere where it's easy and the water's crystal clear. That seems like more something along my line. Dylon, dab the whole gram. If I had enough, I would. I'd dab that whole gram. I'd take a Grammy. That's my only Grammy I'm ever going to win. But I don't have that much. I have very little. But I'll take a decent dab with you. Give me enough time, we'll probably dab most of the gram tonight. I've been doing mostly only shatter on Shatterdaze because I've been broke. And just all my dab rigs are in this room, and I'm not always in. I need to be in this room more, shooting videos, doing music. This is where I do most of my creating. But when things are going, I'm just trying to stay level-headed, so it's easier to just kind of chill out, watch some TV, try and play some games. That's why I've been trying to really just focus on having a decent time. Stay well fed, stay well hydrated, stay well rested, stay as happy as you can, and those are the keys to trying to for sanity for me. So anyway, Nick, you need to call your gaming nights Ganja Gaming. I forgot that. Ganja Gaming Nights with Venom 420 or something like that. I don't know. I still don't know. I forget what I put plays. So when you're doing YouTube live streams, it gave me the option to say what game I was playing. So it's like, what game are you playing? I started typing in Rocksmith, and it popped up, and I can click on it, and it put the video with like the links. So you can go underneath, and there's links to every song that I played, and like the Rocksmith game. So I did it kind of legit or whatever, and it also like just did a title thing where it's like, I think it just put the name Rocksmith in the top, so I just put Venom Plays or something like that. Anyway, it was okay. I enjoyed it. I'm probably going to do it again, although I might switch it up and play a different game. I haven't decided. It went better than I thought, because when I was doing the game night, I played that game so at the end of that live stream, I got what? Oh yeah, 10. I got 10 emails for copyright infringement on that video. They were just claims. So that's not like a strike against you, but it's saying, hey, you don't own this, because I was playing other people's fucking songs. But I don't charge money, so I'm not like making money off of it. That's a big thing is what people don't understand when they're like, it's freedom of speech, it's freedom to analyze, it's freedom to do this. I'm like, yeah, you're free to analyze it, look at it, talk about it. But if you're making money off of it, you're not just doing that, you're selling it as a part of your product. And people fail to see that. So it's like, yeah, as long as I don't monetize, it's probably okay. They just give me a claim, and I'm not allowed to be viewed in Israel, China, fucking Cuba, and like some other places. I'm like, I don't know how many people are watching me in any of those places at all, ever. In fact, I know I get some crazy people watching. On that video I have where I make hash, I have over 250,000 views, which isn't huge in the grand scheme of things, but it's decent enough to me. It'll show me the demographic of where all the different countries I'm being watched in and shit, and it's fucking awesome. I haven't looked at that in a long time, but they blow me away. But I don't remember any from China. I don't remember any from Cuba, so I'm like, whatever, fuck it, I don't care. And if you ever see an ad on my show, it's because of a copyright infringement. They have the right to put ads on there to make money for those artists that I'm using. Weird. Anyway, Nick, you need to go. Wait, what? Oh, one minute. I need to move up on this puzzle. Billy Bong. I'm not scared of the water. I'm scared of what's in the water. Yeah. Yeah. I come from a long line of people who are scared of the water, so it's not hard. Both my parents were scared of the water. My grandma's terrified of the ocean. I was terrified of all water for a very, very long time. If you've ever heard my music, the Symbiote album, which I haven't plugged in forever. Do I even have any of that shit around? Yeah, I still make music. Yeah, I have tons of these old CDs too, which I should probably sell somehow in some way. Oh, there it is. Yeah, these are fucking cool. Fuck yeah. But anyway, there's a lot of water themes to it because when I think metal and scary and fucking, the ocean is a huge inspiration. That's why I like Lovecraft, H.P. Lovecraft. That's one of my biggest draws to him is he uses water terror, and not enough people do that. Well, people do it, but that's how it is. All right, so Gypsy, I'm scared of both. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, me too. I've had bad experiences. I really don't like swimming when shit touching my fucking legs when I don't know what the fuck it is and I can't see. Water, dude. And like, I've almost drowned a couple times and I'm just not a huge fan. Dylon, how long have you been working on your dreads? I keep saying like 8 or 9 years, but I just saw a picture of me like 6 or 7 years ago and I'm shaved. So 6 or 7 years. Cheers to everybody. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully Shatterdaze going good for you, as it is for me. If this isn't nice, I don't know what is. Oh, that's kind of gross ass hash. Oh, that sucks. It looks good, but it smells and tastes like assholes. Oh, Panda. I swear this is the last time I probably ever buy BHO. BH no, that's my saying. Fuck that shit. Jesus, what's that light you have for your bong? It's a hookah stand. If you look on Amazon under LED hookah stand, it's a hookah stand. All right. Big Daddy. Big Daddy. Do you remember me? It's Mystic. How you been? I've been okay. Big Daddy. It's hard to say that with a straight face. But I've been, well, I've been hanging in. That's the best way to put it. Nick, definitely not in Israel or China. Yeah, no shit. I have a decently large amount of Baltic, German, and Japanese viewers. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Israel, China, those other places. I'm not too sad that they aren't going there anyway. I don't think they care about me that much. Spicy, or my content, or something. I don't know. I just don't think they. Not getting me is the least of their problems. There you go. On freedom of speech. Spicy. I just saw this post about someone mixing up weed, and a nug and a dried cat turd. How the fuck does that even happen? I think that's what these people. That's the brand High Tech. They've mastered mixing shit in weed and then concentrating it in dab form, and then selling it to you for a discount. Fuck them. I will fucking constantly talk shit about this brand like it's fucking the worst thing that's ever happened, because it is. In fact, we're gonna dump this nasty shit and do a dab of something a little bit better. All right. Big Daddy, how you been? Been good. Hopefully you've been well as well. Spicy, his cat, Lovecraft, had a funny name. Yeah, he was a racist bastard. I think that's that's how it goes. Everyone's like, oh, he wasn't any more racist than anyone else back then, but he was a little excessive, just a little excessive with the racism, and I'm strongly against that. But when I first really was getting into Lovecraft, I did not know that. I got into Lovecraft. So here's my circle of how I got into Lovecraft and why I like him and like where that all came from. So the first thing was Evil Dead. So the Evil Dead, God damn it. That and my dad had the Necronomicon. Like was it the he had the Simon version, which is the version I have, and have checked out and whatever. I do have that book, and it's neat. But so the Necronomicon, if you don't know, is the evil book in the Evil Dead, and it was a fictional book created by what do you call it? Fucking H.P. Lovecraft. It's got a lot of stuff from religions, obviously he pulled from, but the book itself was made up by him. So researching the book from the Evil Dead led me into a circle of Lovecraft and all the stuff connected to those books and movies. So that's how I got into those. I still have a love for those. It's rough, but Spicy, yes, he had an interesting name, very racist cat. Luis, for me, it's Shatterdaze. Hey, I've been there. Me too, actually, because I work tomorrow morning. Jesus, cheers. Luis, good on you. Billy Bong, it's Salem the cat. I forgot the black one's name. Yeah. So I have a book, and they've changed it to say Voodoo. They call his cat Voodoo, but it's not Voodoo in the original. Jesus, thank you. Big Daddy, my name, Big Daddy, as a meme. That's pretty funny though. It's funny, like I said, I can't say it without being funny. Yeah, you're getting messages from a Big Daddy. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's okay. Dylan, do you like peas or corn? That's a weird one, but yes. Sandy, big yes about the water being an influence on Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos. All the drawings of the fucker show it with tentacles coming out of his mouth. Yeah, so big fan. And that he obviously pulled from that. I wouldn't be shocked if he wasn't scared of the water too. Jesus, I had the worst concentrates ever, tasting like my grandma's attic. That's the shit I'm smoking on right now. And it looks great, and it even smells good, but it's so fucking gross. It's unsmokable. Frank, blocked again. Why'd you get blocked again, Frank? I didn't block you. If you say some weird shit, you might get blocked, but it's not by me. I sometimes don't see shit pop up right away. Sandy, holy shit, I just looked up Lovecraft's cat name. Very uncool, enough said. I told you, it's not cool. And that was it wasn't his cat's name. It was a cat in a book he wrote, and it's not cool. It's fucked up. It's just a very, very racist name. Do some imagination. He had a black cat with a racist name to it, and it's fucked up. Again, even the book I have this book right here. Where's my book? It should be right here. I have a couple different. Well, that's weird. Obviously, haven't been reading many books. Oh, there's the Necronomicon. If you ever need the Necronomicon, remember, if your friend dies and you gotta get him back in a pinch, you might need that. But I can't find my sweet Lovecraft book. Again, I bought that before I knew any about the racist shit. And even in that book, they changed the cat's name. They changed everything. So I'm like, what? And so I read those books, and I'm like, I don't think it was overly anything. And then you see that they edited it, and it was a little different. So there you go. All right. Sandy, holy shit, yeah. Nick, our cats don't associate with racist cats. I know, I have a black cat, and he's not okay with that. Jesus, your cat is blocking you. Yeah. Oh, you mean talking? Yeah. She does that. I know. I let her do her thing. I don't force her to come up here, and I don't push her off when she's here. I just try to let her do her thing. Nick, Texas is in deep doo-doo right now. No shit. My cousins, two of my cousins from different sides of the family live in Texas, and I'm sure they're not happy. Frank, no, the cat. The cat's blocking? No, the cat. Yes, the cat. Mothboy, hello again from Thornton. Hey, yeah, that's not far from here. Thornton's cool. I spent most of my life in Thornton. I call where I'm at pretty much Thornton because I'm so close to it. Nick, all because they allowed the state to have a separate power grid that didn't get updated to accommodate the climate change. Let's not forget about all those windmills. No, just joking. Yeah, that 20% of green energy that's failing. But yes, Texas. Fortunately, I don't like Texas. No, I'm just joking. I hope everyone's okay. Fortunately, I can talk shit about Texas being a bunch of fucking stupid fucks because they don't have any power to watch this. What are they gonna do? Flick some flint together and get on the generator bike to crank some? No, they probably have phones and are watching this right now. Like, fuck you, buddy. We don't take kindly to people who don't take kindly to Texans around. No, I really hope the best. I have 2 cousins in Texas and some other family for some reason because I don't know why. But yes, I hope they're all okay, dude. Spicy, yeah, Texas got wrecked. Yeah, Texas has been wrecked and now they got snowed on. Jesus. I threw it out. It was gross. Dude, now I officially have over 4 grams of shatter. 4 grams of this shit that's unsmokable. It's fucking disgusting. So I'm not smoking that. I already have an idea for what I'm going to do with this. So I might make it into a piece of jewelry, oddly enough, with real gram of shatter. Granted, it's gross shatter that you don't want to smoke, but that's shatter. Dude, that shit's so nasty. We're gonna spin the wheel of dabs just to fucking fix that. I have some somewhat okay distillate from that same company. It's not good either, but it's way better than that is. So what are we landing on? We got 7 of 10. Again, got to put some water in it. We're gonna roll this joint, and all right. Billy Bond, good thing Texas isn't a growing state. Everyone's grows would be screwed with the power outages. Well, you gotta believe there's some people whose fucking grows are screwed because of these power outages. Yeah, and just you know what, dude? That just made me think. I guarantee it, dude. Yeah, I'm sure that's happening, and that's a bummer, dude. Fuck. No, I'm sure of it. Yeah. Maybe not legal grows, but there's plenty of people growing. Luis, what's the crackling noise? Is it the spirits within that book? Oh, ooh, creepy. It went away when he took the book away too. That's kind of cool. It's a very blasphemous book, I'm sure, because it draws from, was it Babylonian shit? I forget exactly which. There was a time when I was looking into that just because it interested me, mostly from my love of the horror movie, and then it branched out from there into just a general interest. And I always had the book. My dad had the book, and it just was interesting to me. But yes, neat. Spicy, goddamn. Nick, funny how Rush Limbaugh is pro-life, but now he's dead. But he's dead. I'm sure he was pro-life up until the end, wanting to live. Frank, Everclear. So, my friend was running out of gas, and they were all drinking Everclear. I wasn't there, but he told me about it. And they were doing some shady shit, and running out of gas at a point where you really can't run out of gas. So and plastered. So they poured all the Everclear into this guy's car. And I don't know what he was driving, but and they're like, dude, it ran so fucking good. And they're like, it was fucking like, granted, they're plastered on Everclear. They're like, it was driving perfect. And then they're like, as soon as we got home, it just then blew up, just smoke, and they're like, fucking ruined the car or blew it out or whatever, fucked up something. But yeah, you can run a car on Everclear in a pinch, just if you don't need that car again. Luis, what happened in Texas? Mad snow, just snow, and It's a terrible place. Now, take your pick. uh, Frank, yeah, Frank. The bad dab put it. Bad dab put that in Everclear and just melt it down and turn it into a tincture. Yeah, or something like that. I don't know. Do something with it. Let the I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. Like I said, I have an idea to turn that into a piece of jewelry. Yeah, can't talk. I don't know why I fucking do this show. It's all about talking. Look here, demonstrate to us your lack of fucking any ability to talk in the simplest fashion. Articulate and pontificate that, you dipshit. Why? All right. Jesus, or hey, Jesus. I just want to say Jesus all then. Jesus is with us, at least in here right now. Jesus says Texas got like 6 inches of snow and it was negative 20 degrees. I didn't hear the fucking weather. It was negative 20. But yeah, everyone, dude, I was just thinking. So my pipe busted here, and I thought for sure it was the snow because it was cold, but it wasn't. It was just a really old plastic pipe. And I thought to myself during that time, I'm like, at some point, I'm like, oh man, how many people right now just have no water? And when they get water, it's just gonna be fucking busted. And like, dude, like millions and millions of dollars in renovation on busted pipes from that shit. It's gotta be fucked. Sandy, and their statewide power grid crashed. Yeah, so they're doing fucking shit right now. So freezing cold, no power. You're in Texas. There's nothing good about that. Not that I know. I've never been to Texas. But from what I hear from people from Texas, that I'm wise for doing so. Although there's actually, I've heard there's some good spots in Texas. They're really progressive and like, yeah, some stoner hippie-ish places that are okay. I don't know. Spicy. Well, you're having a lot of names and messages to read. I think you're doing just fine. Well, oh, the talking. I still want to get a better setup, although this is probably better than most people have as far as, I don't know how reading messages, it would just, I'm just blind. I guess maybe just glasses might fix the problem. Man, that's the last thing I want to admit, though, is that I'm just fucking blind. Jesus, something weird. In the, oh, yeah, the snow, I'm guessing you're talking about, and fucking everything. Yeah, it's weird. Let's grab the bong, do a dab of something that's something decent. We'll do the Maraca dabs. Little Tom Servo head. Sandy, Austin, Texas is super stoner hippie-ish. So Sandy, every time, and thank you. In my head, I was thinking, there's a town that everyone tells me is super, super cool, and that I might like that place. And I always want to say it's Houston, and everyone's like, no, not Houston, Austin, Texas. I should remember that. I know a guy named Austin, except for he's not cool and doesn't smoke pot, and he's not a stoner. So it's hard to associate a cool place with that. So not the best recognition, but yes, Austin, Texas. That's where it would be if I had to go. Nick, I have a friend who lives in my home country, Ukraine, in an area that goes negative 15 Celsius, and he drives a BMW diesel that starts up every time. That's impressive. Takes like 3 minutes to start, though. But if it starts up every time at ridiculously cold temperatures, that's nice. Not friendly to his starter. Frank, Oregon is best for weed. Oregon's another place that I think I would do okay. I've never been there, but I think I would like the climate. It seems like they're really pot friendly. I like that. I don't drink coffee and listen to grunge music, but if I did, and I might already be hitchhiking with a needle in my arm right now, fucking grunge. Jesus, how's your growing been with bud and shrooms? Well, thank you for asking. Okay, decent. That's another topic I won't shut up about, so I'll be right back. Sandy, Austin Powers is cool, and I think he smokes pot. Yeah, of course he smokes pot, or at least he has smoked. Yeah, I mean they wouldn't mention it in the movies, but yeah, Austin Powers smokes pot. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. They didn't make a lot of drug references. Well, I've only seen the first two. I've seen the third one like once, and in the theaters, if that puts a time frame on anything, maybe twice throughout the years. Nick, my mom wants to retire there. There, um, Ukraine. Yeah, I don't know, man. Seems cold. Spicy. I think you're mixing up Seattle and Oregon. Yeah, Portland. Well, yeah. I guess I am there, huh? Oh well. Luis, whereabout do you live? No, no, Oregon. No, Oregon. Yeah. Okay, I'm mixing that up. Yeah, I'm thinking Seattle. Again, I've never been to either of those places, but I should have known that better. Stoner. Yeah, I don't know anything about Portland. Other than they legalized pot and doesn't it rain a lot? Anyway, Luis, where I live, I am 5,280 miles above where Denver would be if you could get that high. I'm in Denver, or floating slightly above Denver. I'm hovering over Denver in my makeshift Oregon, not Portland. See, who said you're mixing up Seattle and Oregon? Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, now I'm mixing up everywhere. I'll just reside in all those places. So you got Portland, you have Oregon, you have Seattle. Okay. Don't know. What were we talking about this place again for? Oh, it has the best pot. Oregon. Oregon has the best pot. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know that place then. I think anywhere you're getting good pot becomes the best place for pot at that moment for you. Frank, okay, yes. See, there, we cleared that up. Nick, I meant my mom wants to retire to Oregon. Oh, I thought you meant the Ukraine for a minute. I'm like, all right, I mean, that's all right. Hey, why not? Sometimes you gotta retire to Ukraine. All right, let's put some water in this, do a dab. Right. Roll this guy up. All right. So, back to how has my growing been? Not wonderful, but not bad. I got 5 plants doing really great. I have 7 clones, 2 of which are looking really bad, and 2 of which are medium, and then the rest are fine. They're okay. I wasn't expecting. I don't know if I already told everyone this. I had received. I got these grow units that I use, which are usually just single. They're made for one plant. I got one and it was cracked. It was broken. And I'm like, dude, you sent me a broken one. What do you want me to do? And they're like, well, just keep it and we'll send you out a replacement. I'm like, oh, kick ass. That's what I was hoping to hear. And they got it out super quick. But I noticed right away the box, first off, the box was just thrown on my fucking porch sideways, open in the snow. I'm like, okay, that's a bad sign. But it was huge. It was a huge box. I'm like, okay, so that's not what I ordered. I'm like, fuck, what's this going to be? It was, instead of a single grow unit, it was one that holds 6 small plants, smaller size than the one big one. Anyway, they're still decent. So this giant 6-unit, is it 6? Yeah, I think it's 6. 6-unit grower. And I just so happened to have 7 because I already had one plant in a pot and it was already going, and it was going really good. And then I had 6 clones. And I'm like, fuck. I did more than I needed just in case some died. I always do like twice as much as I need usually, and that's always proved to be good. And then shit like this happens. I'm like, okay, awesome. So, but the problem is my clones and the plants were all at different stages. So I didn't introduce them slowly enough to the full light of my huge LED lights. I fried them. I fried anyone that was small or young. All the big ones loved that big heat. So then I turned off the big lights and tried to even it out again. And that really fucked up all those plants. So that being said, since I have so many other plants in different stages, worst comes to worst, if worst comes to worst, I can kind of just restart, call those ones a loss, and take clones. I really would like to get some new seeds started, to be honest. That's my goal. I have my eyes on a couple of strains, one in particular. God damn it. Gotta get something for this too. A little crutch. So I'd like to just start a new strain in a new batch because I'm not super happy with what I'm growing right now. It's good to smoke. It's just not what I want. Even though it's one of my favorite strains, I'm okay, and I want to try something else. It didn't grow as well as I'd like. Spicy Dorito. Oh shit! Hold on. I missed a couple. Nick, Frank, yes. Nick, I gotta go to bed early tonight. I gotta go on a road trip tomorrow. You have a good night, buddy. This next dab joint bowl is for you. Have a good night. Spicy, good night. Have a good trip. Be careful. Be safe. Frank, cooked. I'm trying to get there. Let me fucking find a crutch. There we go. Let's roll this real quick. Well, here is to another good Shatterdaze. Hopefully everyone's staying safe. And I do have, I hope everyone's good in Texas. Even though it's Texas. No, I have nothing against Texas. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was cool. Fan of that. And it's an educational film. Teaches you to stay out of Texas. All right. All right. Straight twisted. Straight twisted. All right. Hey. There we go. Now we're smoking again. Oh. Yeah, the green crack is tasty. It did turn out some good nuggets where, all things considering, because that crop went really fucked up the first one. But it's just very, very thin-leaved and stretchy, very long, thin plant, straggly, which I've never. I like a short, bushy indica myself, but I did everything a little different this time on my grow. Not a whole lot different, but a little bit different. But, you know, I think experimentation on things is the only way to learn what works for you. So I'm very quick to try new things, new ways of doing old things. Although right now everything is just fitting around trying to have enough money to, and doing everything in the most affordable fashion possible, I think is the key. So, like a lot of things on this table are just the cheapest possible thing that's still functional and I can recommend. Or, you know, well, I'll go through it. Whatever I have, if it's cheap and I still have it and it's not broken yet, that's a good sign. J. Cole, proper stoner. Sometimes you gotta do those things. You know, it's not easy. How's it going, dude? Hopefully all is well. All right, so we got this bone, yeah. Right, yeah. Let's get a quick dabber in, and I'll be officially fucked up because I'm feeling it. J. Cole, thanks for joining us. Everybody, thanks for joining me and everyone else. Here's to another good Shatterdaze. God. Oh. Oh shit, hold on. Nico J, the Dr. Depp. Not the best time to be trying to read that. but I'm interested because I've looked at those anyway. God, that is so plugged I can't even hit it. Every single little hole has hash plugged, every single one. God damn it. That's like too hard to hit. Another fucking bong. I just gotta suck it up and find a way to get like a shit ton of rubbing alcohol, like a gallon, and clean out all my bongs, everything. All right, Nico J. The Dr. Dabber is hella disappointing. Hella cool. If it's cold outside at all, it clogs up even if you're smoking flour out of it. 10 out of 10 would not recommend if you live anywhere north. Talking about clogged. The clogging problem. I've had one. Do I have it around? I don't think I do. I get this one that's kind of a knockoff of those, but it's its own thing a little bit. It's called a sea pen nail. Sea pen nail. This is spell it all in one word, like sea pen nail. I'm like, yeah, that's weird. Anyway, it's foreign and it's a Chinese knockoff and it's yada yada. But they're cheap and they're pretty good. But one of the big design flaws is they get clogged so fucking bad. Sometimes the simpler the better on a lot of things. Well, that sucked. This thing was a good. I don't know. We'll pour that on y'all. Right on y'all. That's how we do it. Yeah. There we are. All right. So, Gypsy, I'm smoking and painting right now. The boys are ice fishing in Nebraska. That's fucking crazy. I mean, I guess that's cool. It's like, oh man, ice fishing. Yeah. But that's cool. Smoking and painting's cool. I've always wanted to do one of those smoke, paint, and here in Denver, you can do these. It's called puff, paint, and pass, or something shit like that. And have you ever seen or heard of, or seen, or gone to one of those wine, where you drink wine and paint at a place? It's all social. So I thought about this even before the pandemic and all that shit, because I'm sure those businesses are fucked. But I always wanted to just kind of do that in my house, where with Bob Ross, get all the shit from Bob Ross to do his paints, because he'll list everything he's doing, and then get really stoned, watch Bob Ross with 4 or 5 people, and all paint, do a paint session, and we'll all trade out maybe and be like, here's the one I painted, and you can have the one. You know what I mean? Something like that would be cool. With my family, I think that would be neat. It's what I wanted to do. But whatever. We'll make it happen maybe one day. Right now, it's still a little crazy. Nico J. I have to clean the glass part every time I use it. See, that's bullshit. That's how this one is. There's this little tiny hole of a mouthpiece, and anytime it kinks and turns, it'll clog up. And then there's an adapter to it, which is like a recycler adapter, and that works great. But I've had I broke one, and then I tried to replace it. And again, these are Chinese knockoff ones, and so I get the fucking replacement one, and it's all fucked up from the get-go. Just the weld on it's so shitty that it gets clogged all the time instantly. It's got a pinhole of a fucking breathe air through it, and you're getting shit fucking. I don't know. It was fucked. Luis, I fucking love Bob Ross. And Gypsy, I'm wearing my Bob Ross shirt right now. I love that idea. See, I had been wanting to do that for a while. I was going to pay. Kind of glad I didn't. Kind of glad. I kind of wish I did while I had the money. When I had some cash, I wanted to buy this. It's $600, and that's That was 2 easels, and I could probably make it, a couple more of just like the easels are kind of expensive, but a bunch of easels, bunch of canvases, and like I said, you can get all the shit that he lists all the shit. It's all Bob Ross. His son still runs the company, I believe, and his son was in some of those older episodes. So I love Bob Ross too. He's cool, and like I don't watch it all the time. I watched it when I was in a pretty bad place, like to the point where I was really close to just like having like a massive panic attack, a nervous breakdown, just not being able to function anymore. So I did fall back on that, and that was nice. And Bob Ross is always there for you. It was nice to watch something with no plot and no, it's kind of like this, I imagine, would be, where it's like there's no plot, we're not going anywhere with this. You don't have to worry about like characters that you like dying, and fucking, it's just reliable mellowness, and that's fucking huge when you're not feeling well. For me, that's why people watch the same shows over and over again, shit like that. All right, well, this thing sucks. 7 of 10 is officially fucking plugged up like a son of a bitch. Luis, it's very relaxing watching Bob Ross paint. He's got that soothing voice, and he's just really, nice and relaxing to watch. He's just cool, dude, and I'm a big fan of his attitude towards like everyone can do it. He says that a lot, where he's like, you can do this, everyone can do this. He's like, I have my little niece doing it and shit. He's like, and I just want to do a whole bunch of them, like, so I get the idea of all the different shit I can do, and then be like, just take it my own way. I have a really cool idea of like just making like wood scenes and shit, and then just putting like a picture of like a bong, and then just a bong in front of a really nice painting, and then just a bong, maybe a decent painting of it, but just like standing right in the middle of it. Something funny, funny shit like that. Really classical paintings with little like stick figure guys saying hi or something. Anyway, Sandy, Bob Ross. Check out how many of us dig him. That says a lot about Bob Ross. Yeah, no shit. Fucking Bob Ross is he's withstood the test of time. I'm not ashamed that I like Bob Ross. He's awesome. My thing, though, is every time I watch it, I'm like, I don't want to watch this anymore until I have the paints available. I have to, like, I'm a hands-on person, where if I want to do it. I want to fucking get my hands dirty and paint myself. Gypsy, you missed my comment about the Bob Ross t-shirt. I cut that Bob Ross t-shirt, unless I'm missing one in between. But we should definitely. Oh, wait, there it is. Gypsy, I did a smoking and painting class before. It was awesome. It was at a tattoo shop, and we did watercolors of tattoo designs with tattooing. Oh, no above it. I didn't see that. So you did watercolors with tattooing? That's of tattoo designs with tattoo ink. That's kind of crazy. I'm not a huge fan of watercolors. I don't really like how they turn out, even by professionals. It's just not my thing. And it looks really hard to me. And like, it's always a little translucent, it just has a weird look, but it looks cool. And like, I watched a lesson on doing it where they sketched it and then painted over it and then painted over it again, and like it was really, and it did turn out cool, but it just seemed like it would be hard for me. Gypsy, and real paint, like shiny paint. Yeah, it was cool. That's awesome. I miss I wish shit like that was still around so I could find an excuse not to do it and then be like, oh, that stuff looks cool. It's mostly time. I don't have any time. But you got to make time. Right now, I'm just making time to have like my sanity, like I said, trying to chill out and just like have relaxing time a lot of the time. Because I got a lot of. It'd be easy to be overwhelmed if I didn't. A lot of things have kind of fallen aside. I haven't been working out as much as I'd like to be. I haven't been keeping as clean. It's impossible when your pipes burst and you gotta rip out everything. So just shit's been very unorganized, which kind of drives me a little batty. But I just, like I said, been like, okay, it's okay. Play a game, chill out. Gypsy. Frank, take care. Yeah. I don't know if you're agreeing with what I was just saying or if you're heading out. Either way, taking care. I've just been having to do so, like I said. Music's one of my big things where, and not recording it and not thinking about writing songs, but just playing music for the fun of it has been really big on enjoyment. Playing Rocksmith has been huge again, where I'm like, okay, I just want to relax and hang out because if I start thinking about things too much in a negative way, it bums me out. And I haven't been. I've been able to, you know, navigate my way around things and be in a good mood, even though shit's been crazy, and that's good because here I am and things are looking better slowly but surely. So it's like I'm glad I fucking. The worst thing to do is get in a negative attitude and that just spirals everything downhill. Uh, I feel like you're your own dictator of how your life is going to be in the sense that if you want to be in a negative attitude, that's fine, but you're going to obviously that's going to affect everyone you're around, and that changes the world for you, you know, because the world is reacting to what you're putting out into it. And I mean, directly, if you're a dick to somebody, don't expect them to fucking, like you. If you're fucking, you get instant karma in this bitch. And sometimes it sucks. But not, there's instant karma, just not guaranteed and not a definite law. But there is the fact that, I've just been trying to stay positive, and that's been helping. If nothing else, it gets me to another point where positive things could happen, and that increases their possibility of them doing so. Oh, there's a puppy here. There's a puppy. We got a puppy. Just smacked him in the face. So he's like, get that fucking tail away from me. Did you just get smacked in the face with a doggy tail? Did you get smacked in the face with a doggy tail? Oh, yeah, she's doing a lot better today. Oh, come here and say hello. Are you playing the bass? Yeah, it's a little smoky in here. You okay? You okay? You want to say hi? She looks very concerned with the bass. But, yeah, she wasn't doing great yesterday by any means. She's probably still a little bit on the edge. But she's doing a lot better. And yesterday was a really hard day. It was freaky. So, but the vet gave her a pretty clean bill of health. Hey, you want to have fun? You want to say hello to everybody? Oh, there's our doggy nose. There's our doggy nose. You're my favorite. You're thinking about it. Yeah, she's still not feeling super hot. But she could if she wanted to, and she wants to, and say hello. There's the doggo. Yes, you're the best dog. You're the best dog in the world, and I thank you. See, she's just very concerned about everything. I don't like it. Turn it off. Thank you. Thank you, she says. I don't like it. I'm gonna lick it. I don't like it. No. Oh, are you feeling better? She had a hard day yesterday. You had a hard day, didn't you? Yesterday, a hard day. Did you not feel well? But now you feel better? Dear you, oh, you're just so sweet. We all love you so much. We all love you so much. Yeah, this dog's the best dog that there's ever been. The best dog there's ever been. Spicy Dorita says pup. She said pup. Alright, that dog's awesome. Yeah, her not feeling all okay was just devastatingly bad. There we go. No. Sandy, she's licking the shake off your LED hookah stand. Oh, there's no shake on there. But she gave it a lick. She's like, well, sir, I don't like it. But we can do another dab since that last one was fucked. Last two were fucked. I still feel like I haven't even done them. All right, so we're spinning. Gotta finish our smoothie because we've got to stay smooth. That was Rose. I actually did a thing and emptied all of them. Which is cool. I usually am lazy. But now I have to put water in them all, which I would have to do anyway. So let's go ahead and get that going. Gypsy, yay! Rose is probably still one of my favorites. It's the most functional, pretty. It's a combination of good things. Pricey, but not pricey is still what I got for it, I feel. Spicy. I really want to put your dreads into plants or twists into, oh, wait, not plants. Little twists, Pilates. I mean, yeah, you can always. I know a lot of people who like have them like that all the time. I can't obviously braid, but yeah, they'll like do that and have a bunch of these big ass locks all braided up. Platies. Yeah. So I know a lot of people who do that. I'm not good at it. See, I keep fucking it up. Once I start, I'm sure if I thought about it. So it looks like I have big ass long dreads. They're thicker. I just look like I'm Jewish again. I got the. So yeah, but I've thought about it. But then when you take them out, they're all wavy. Plates, pronounced plates. Yeah, plates. I guess that would be right. Plates, flats. Yeah. Is that Spanish? What is that? Fucking Norwegian? Hey, what you doing over there with your cute butt? What you doing over there with your cuteness? Come here and say hi. Come here and say hi. Come here and say hi. Ah. All right, Sandy, but I think you just look hanging. It's English, you fool. What is that? Iranian? Hey, Phoenix. Kenzie, just say hey. She like turned around when I said that. She's like, but what? Kenzie, yeah, Phoenix is the best. She just busted her head up. That's not a good way to say it. She bumped her head. But yeah, she's doing good. Sandy, look good. Look good. You fool. Thank you, Sandy. And thank you, Kenzie. I'm sure she's hanging, doing something. All right, Sandy. But I think you look like you're just hanging, like hanging about. I thought you meant like hanging, like drunk. Either way. Um, no, I'm just joking. All right, let's grab Rose, put some water in, do another dab, and yeah, we'll see where it goes. All right. Let's see here. Spicy. Everyone, pull out your wieners while he's gone. I don't even know what to say that. Kenzie, my two are snoring next to me. Like I can't read. That's the problem. Is I'm always squinting in this eye. Sucks apparently. No, my two are snoring next to me. I had a cat here snoring. He's usually there. Phoenix is she usually doesn't sleep. Well, sometimes she does sleep on the floor if I'm not blazing up in here. I don't think she really likes being around a lot of smoke. All my animals don't. But let's do this real quick. All right. Where I put that there. Spicy, get some damn glasses. Just accept it. I've had them all my life. Well, and that's what it. Well, there's. I don't know if that would fix all the problems I have going on at the moment with that. Um, I have a second screen, which is actually like a 50. Let's say it's like a 50, maybe 55-inch screen hooked up to as a monitor to my laptop, which I do all my music production and video editing and shit like that on the laptop. It's hooked up to the monitor over here. But in between me and the monitor, first off, it's above everything like the camera, so I can actually see it. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 lights blaring at me. I got this coming up. And I guess I could. What I should do is this every time. That one. Yeah, that kind of works. That's not bad. All right. All right, there we go. Spicy. And the bright light in your room makes it a little harder to view. Harder to view everything. But yeah. When it's dark without these lights, it looks a little funky too. Sometimes I will do that when these lights are just too much and I still want to stream. All right, navigation. Wait, was that navigation? Navigation VR videos. I seen you catnip video. Now I'm here. Yeah, Speaking of that catnip video, most people assume I'm smoking catnip. I get a lot of emails all the time, or like notifications from YouTube being like, "Oh, you just had a comment on your video." And it's like, "Yo, you ain't supposed to smoke that, idiot," and shit like that. Or how a lot of them is, "How is it? Is it worth smoking? I'm in a state where it's illegal, and I was wondering if I can just smoke catnip instead." I did not smoke catnip. I don't really recommend it because there's pot in the world, but most people are in an illegal state. To them, I say grow some balls and grow it yourself. That's the key. Do it yourself. No, and not everyone can do that either. So another thing to consider would be maybe some Delta 8 stuff has been surprisingly good, but you'll still fail a fucking drug test. It's a weird thing, but you can buy it in every state. So He looks like everywhere is legalizing one after the other. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next few years it will be legal in every state. I really hope so. Spicy. And the bright light from your room, yeah, it really sucks. There's just a lot of light, but it does help. In fact, I don't even have all my lights on. There we go. That looked a little dark back there, eh? There we go. Anyway, speaking of which, all right. Navigation. Wait, navigation VR videos. All right. How's the tea? The tea of catnip or just the tea? My tea? I drink Earl Grey, hot. No, I was. I've heard that you can make catnip tea, but I haven't done so. Oh, is your dog in a sweater? Are you wearing a sweater now? Stop being so cute with your sweater. All right. All right. Navigation, catnip tea, and did you say Delta 8? Yeah, Delta 8 is more what I would recommend recently. I might have one of those right now. I still got my joint. I'll smoke a joint instead. But these Delta 8s, I need to smoke one when I'm completely sober to judge exactly how they make you feel. They smell and taste very fucking good. Like smoking a joint, it's way more like a pre-roll than it is like smoking an alternative cigarette, like I don't know, like cloves or something like that. Jesus, my bad. I was eating fruits and drinking lemon water. Hey, what's wrong with that? That sounds pretty good. I just had a smoothie though. That was my way of doing it. Sandy, we now have a tagline. You can buy Delta 8 in every state. Yeah, there you go. And that's true. You can buy it in every state, which I didn't know. So I didn't know what Delta 8 was until I got these, to be honest. I'd heard people asking me about it and talk about it, but not enough that, and I don't know. At first I thought it was a company that was making it. So tetrahydrocannabinol Delta 9 is what the name for the common THC that gets you stoned. From what I hear, and again, I haven't done much research, Delta 8 is another form of THC, but not the same as Delta 9. Since it's a different compound, the legality of it falls under the classifications of CBD. Delta 8 falls under the classifications of CBD, even though it's Delta 8 THC. It does have mild psychoactive effects, so you can still kind of get stoned. It's more than, it's kind of that middle ground. They say it's the, like, in between weed, CBD, and hemp. You know, it's not any of those things, but it's all of those things. And you can buy it everywhere, but it still has THC in it. So technically, you won't pass a drug test with that. Your drug test doesn't differentiate between Delta 8, Delta 9. It sees THC, you're busted. Or if that's what it's searching for. So it's not legal like CBD is, but it is viable. So, fuck, dude. If all else failed, I would highly consider that alternative. But, you know, like I said, I personally say grow your own pot. Nothing's a replacement for pot, but pot. Even pot can be judged against other weed, and you're like, I want that one. You know, that one's more for me. It's a, you know, personal taste where what you're looking for at that given time. So, what is Delta 8? What plant? You can get it from both hemp and from marijuana. So hemp plants or marijuana. Speaking of which, finally, I think I'll get a decent dab. Cheers, everybody. So yes, and I did recently find this out. But like I said, it's an interesting thing. The Delta 8, I believe, from this comes from hemp. but at the same time, it still has THC, technically, a form of THC. So you'll fail the drug test. Then I got these ones too, and that's just pure hemp. That, I believe, you can smoke and not worry about a drug test. I really like both. They also I got these natural blend. They also got, again, it's got like maybe hemp and sweetgrass and some other things mixed. It's okay. It's a little bit harsher. My girlfriend, who's a big smoker and has been trying to quit recently, so it's like the timing of having some of these around is very nice. She likes those a little bit more. They smell nice and have more of a kick to them, like a cigarette would. All right. Woo! At least that's finally a decent tasting dab I can do. It's not amazing, but it's okay. I think it's some tangy distillate, which sounds really good, and it's okay. Has a slight orangey flavor. But this is the last time I'm ever buying from that company or that distillery or dispensary ever again. Fuck that place. If you're ever in Denver, avoid what is it? God damn it. Avoid the green sativa, like fucking, yeah, avoid it like as much as possible. And high-tech concentrates can fucking eat a dick too. So between those two people, don't ever do it. All right, Sandy, what's the most amazing dab you've ever tasted? That's a good question. Would probably be between this live sauce shit that I had. What was that called? I'm trying to think of what it was. I just remember more like the consistency and what it was. It was like that, like a jar of liquid, like, and then it's got the crystals in it, so you mix up the crystals and stuff, and that was intense. And then, and then probably rosin. And again, I can't remember what the type of rosin was. I was at this hash conference, hash making seminar, actually, and people were dabbing up, and I mean, you got fucking growers from everywhere, and some of the shit there, but some of that rosin was just, it tasted great, and it got me really stoned. I'm a big fan. Hey Zeus, yeah, if anybody has any opinions on what their favorite is, please tell me. And also what brand, if you could. That's something I've been trying to look at because I would like to start buying some. My goal is to just make my own from now on, but it's going to take a little bit of stocking up, so it might take another fucking 6 months or something. Hey Zeus, strawberry shortcake for me. Amazing. Yeah, those cake variants. Birthday cake, wedding cake. I think those are the same. God, there's a few others. I like those. I'm thinking about getting wedding cake for my next grow. It's just a popular one with good reason. It grows really well from what I have a friend who's growing it. And, I've heard nothing but good things about it. So I've known a few people who've grown it. And I've always enjoyed it when I smoked it. I think it was one of the ones that was there when I was doing that rosin dabs at that hash concentration seminar. So I've had my eyes, and then gelatos there was a lot of gelatos at that time. Trends go in and out, you know. I know when I was looking at these feminized seeds, when I could afford at X Grow, or I should do that as soon as I can. But anyway, I was looking at these feminized wedding cake seeds, and they said wedding cake, birthday cake, pink cookies are all the same thing. So, all right. Jesus from INSA Dispensary. See, that's kind of cool. Shatter it was. Shatter it was. Good. Hi, we are God. Spicy. Are you going to get a rosin press? They're relatively inexpensive if you're handy. You can build, and if you're handy, you can build one yourself. I love a good dab of diamonds, which I haven't had a set of diamonds. I think I've had someone give me a dab. Pretty sure, yeah, but I didn't do it. It was at like a they were setting up a dab for me. Not so much at a party, but kind of like a house get together. They were loading dabs for people, and the diamond, it was really good, and I got really stoned, but it wasn't the biggest dab, and it wasn't mine. I didn't have it in my hand, so I still haven't had a hand on some good diamonds. Jesus dabbing some crumble right now, some fire crumble. That fire. My, I've had really good hash in every category, even bubble hash. Like I've had full melt bubble hash that was unbelievable. Bubble because they use water extraction. If you can water extract hash so well that you can fucking dab it, that's insane good shit. Like it was crazy. Rosin was great. The butters are good. I really like that terp sauce and diamond kind of mix. That's why I think one of my best ones I've ever had was just like live resin. But usually, what live resin should mean is it was extracted from plants before they were dried. You used wet, live plants, fresh plants for your extraction method. At least that's what they were saying when I went to that seminar. But I have been a victim of circumstance. No, I've been a victim of my own fucking inability to afford anything and kind of cheap half-assing my way around. But pot's a pretty big part of my day in the sense that it keeps me sane and going on to the next one. But so I should probably invest a little bit better in my pot. But I just now got my medical again, as opposed to just going through somebody else who had their medical card and being lazy. So, navigation. What can you smoke and pass a drug test? You should try. The pure hemp ones. If it's pure hemp, and that means it has less than 0.3% THC or something like that, you're not going to fail a drug test unless maybe you smoke like fucking ounces and ounces of that shit. And good luck doing that. So, affording that. So, to pass a drug test, you might want to go with that. These are damn. Like I said, the thing with these is I thought I could just smoke them in my car. Like, oh, I got something I can smoke, literally smoke in my car. I haven't done that in years and not felt guilty. I don't smoke cigarettes and don't smoke cigarettes in my car. But I used to, and I didn't dislike that. And I'm like, maybe I can do that again. And they smell so much like a joint, dude. That's why I'm like, man, I don't know. I didn't exactly get an exact thing saying there's no way you can fail a drug test, but I'm pretty sure that if it's just pure hemp, you're not going to fail a drug test. And yeah, it is what it is. Jesus, absurdly expensive. So cigarettes are too. Pot is pretty expensive too. That's why I say the best thing you could do is just grow it yourself if you can. But if drug test is on the mention there, then it's kind of hard to grow hemp. It's harder to grow commercial hemp than it is pot. And if you're worried about the legalities of it, even if you could eventually take it to a fucking lab and have it prove that no, this is hemp, I'm doing it in my house, it's totally legal, that's after you've been raided and put in jail for whatever so it's a bad thing. Spicy, you need to find some pressers until you're all set up to self-sustain. and get that good. Yeah, no shit. I honestly never enjoyed INSA wax, at least here in Massachusetts. Plus, it's like 65 plus a gram. No thanks. That's insane. That's why I don't get that shit ever. Hey, you let her be okay. That was really good, you two. Sorry, the cat and the dog just had a little. She's just so scared of the dog. All right. Jesus, it's like $400 for a med card in NYC. Yeah, what it cost me? It cost me like $120. $100. I will really, if I was in a better spot, but I literally had just gotten a car accident, wasn't, and I couldn't do videos at that time. I was advised not to. What you call it? I was going to do a video on showing the whole process of me going online, because I did the whole thing online and over the phone. So I was just going to show everybody, like, this is how you do it. And as an informational thing, and for people to know, and like have a sped up version. So like within 5 minutes, be like, okay, this is how I did my card. And I still wouldn't mind doing that. I wish I would have. Because I did the whole thing over the phone. I did the whole thing online. And like I'd blur out all my information, but I'd like to, yeah, I would have liked to do that, make that video. Hey Zeus, I hate cigarette smoke. Me too, to be 100% honest. I don't like cigarette smoke. I don't like the smell of it. I kind of did it for a while, like years and years and years ago, but I was already around it all the time at that point. So, and it makes you look cool. I looked right at the timer. It was 2 minutes, 2 hours, 22 minutes, 22 seconds, right when I looked at it. Weird. Lots of twos. Deuces. Wow. But yeah, my grow, it's going okay. My mushrooms have not been going good, but my house is all kind of torn apart, and I don't want mushrooms. Spicy, that's cool as fuck. I don't know what, but hopefully, well, I guess it's a compliment in either way. So thank you. But yeah, I was growing some scrimmages, and that didn't go great. Problem with the scrimmages is I just burned a stock of them. It's not like I can't just start another one, but right now my house is kind of ripped apart with the fucking goddamn pipe behind. It's right by my water heater, so I keep wanting to say my water heater busted, but it was right behind my water heater, busted, and flooded out, fucking kind of fucked everything up. So I still have to put that all back together and get fucking parts and fucking sheetrock. But someone I know has sheetrock, so they're like, don't buy any, I got plenty, and we'll just pop that up. And I got insulation, so I gotta wait for them to get it and then bring it over and do that. Yada yada. I haven't started another whole set of mushrooms yet, which is a bummer because I was eating a shit ton of fucking oyster mushrooms because of my grows. And they're really fun. They're really cool. I also have 2 logs that my mom got me for Christmas, and one is a shiitake oyster mushrooms, and one is a log. One is a shiitake oyster inoculated log that you grow. You dunk it in water. I need to check on those. I should do that right now and see how they're doing. If they're dry, I should do that right now. So I'm gonna go grab those, because if I don't, I'll forget about them. Spicy. I love synchronicities. I think I'm saying that right. I like that. I've caught my clock at 111, 222, and 11:11:11 today. 11:11:11. I guess it's possible, but somebody said. I often stop or pause videos on those numbers too. Sandy, my favorite number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Spicy. When you can, when it lines up. Numerology is easy to fall under because we're bombarded by numbers all the time anymore. It seems everything can be divided and is divided in our minds as one of these two of those. It's crazy how much we unconsciously use that in our mind. And yeah, I've thought about that. Somebody once told me that if you ever see the clock hit 111 or 222, all the same numbers, you make a wish before the minute's up. I think I had a girlfriend who was really superstitious. She also used to say, you tap on glass when you're passing railroad tracks for a piece of ass. Tap the glass on a railroad tracks for a piece of ass. And I'm like, okay. When you're driving over railroad tracks, you tap the glass. Don't know where she got any of this shit from. If you've never heard of any of that, blame her because she was a little out there, apparently. She was super religious, so she had to have something. She had to have a lot of faith, I'm just saying. So tapping the glass worked for her, and if that's what got me a piece of ass, I tapped that glass a lot. I tried. See, we're going over the railroad tracks, huh? Because I don't know why she said that or where that came from. Mad dog. Mad dog. Is that a real church bong? And how long have you had it? Cheech bong. So this is not a chong bong. That's literally what it's called, not a chong. Because it's made by the chong bong guys. Now their company's no longer around. I have a real chong bong. This is by a guy called Candyman or Vasily Crestel. I forget his last name. Vasily. It's a weird name, so I've never been able to memorize it. But I know the guy. He goes by I know of the guy, and he goes by the name Candyman. His relation between the two companies, and this is another one here. Yeah. So I got two of them just in frame. But these two are new. What is it? Are you playing around? You stalking something? Cat's freaking out. They're oh yeah, the mushroom story. I should probably forget that. But sorry, cats running around. So but anyway, Cheech Bong, Chong Bong. I don't know his relation to the company or the guys who make chong bongs, but there's obviously some. Spicy, make wishes on 11/11. So you have heard that? I make wishes. Okay, see, someone has. And I'm hungry as fuck. Yeah, no shit. I should just drink some water at least. I gotta stay hydrated for this. And then we'll spin the wheel. Smoke a bowl. I don't want one of these guys. All right, navigation. I wish I could get $1 billion this year. Where do you buy oyster mushrooms, and how does that compare to weed? So, oyster mushrooms don't compare to weed. They're mushrooms. No, I'm just joking. They are edible, normal mushrooms. So, they're good to eat after you smoke weed. They're just good for eating. I just bought a bag of mixed frozen mushrooms, and they had oysters in there, which is kind of rare. That's not normal. So, all right. Spicy, don't forget your mushrooms. But yes, oyster mushrooms, normal mushrooms, even doing hallucinogenic mushrooms are nothing like smoking weed. Don't compare the two. One, you will wipe your third eye clean with a fucking squeegee, and the other one, you kind of have to just step up to your third eye and look out of it like it's a rusty old Titanic ship window with fog. But you get a glimpse. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, anyway, mushrooms, don't forget my mushrooms. I was talking about my mushrooms. And then Sandy, I will. But Sandy, navigation, you can grow your own oyster mushrooms, but they're not psychoactive. They're for eating. So yeah, and speaking of which, I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna grab these 2 logs because if they're dry, I need to soak them overnight. So I'll show you the log that I'm growing oyster mushrooms and shiitake mushrooms that my mom bought me for Christmas. So it's been 2 months. So they say to check them every now and again. And I haven't checked them. So Luis, they are normal mushrooms. Magic mushrooms are nice too, but I have to take small amounts. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I was microdosing and fucking tripped balls once, so you gotta be careful, dude. There's some potent fucking mushrooms. Like literally, like I was microdosing for months and never was high. Sometimes it'd make my stomach a little off, but not even bad. I'm just very sensitive to that shit. And a little anxious because I'm like, am I? No, I'm fine. And I go to bed and everything will be fine. But one night, I tripped balls. It was on Halloween too. I took a fucking. I just got done with one of these shows, smoked a shit ton of pot, didn't eat enough, didn't sleep enough, yada yada. Took a microdose, and fucking tripped nuts. So, I'm like, I tripped hard. So I have a strong feeling that was a very strong mushroom. It's weird how those work, and I've learned now that you can grow 100 mushrooms on this table. Like if it was just growing all mushrooms, any one of them can all have different amounts of psilocybin that will make you hallucinate. So it's a little weird. Lewis, small amounts, 2 to 3 grams, which yeah, that's plenty. I always said if you can't, I sell them usually an eighth at a time, or buy them an eighth at a time. Back of the day, and it's kind of stayed the same. But if you can take an eighth, that's 3.5 grams, and not feel it, not trip balls. They're, this is, like I said, bad luck, bad shrooms, bro, bad shrooms. Mad Dog, you ever take gel tabs? Are you talking about acid tabs and gel? I have. I used to get. I haven't. If that's what you're talking about, I haven't heard anybody talk about that in a long time. I used to get. They were called orange and green Nikes, and they were these little teeny gel tabs, and they had acid in them. And I can't. One was like a 1 hit, and one was like a 5 hit. And they're these little. They were like tinier than Tic Tacs, and they were like little gel tabs. Anyway, if that's what you're talking about, that's what that makes me think of. Luis, they grow wild in certain parts of the UK. The UK is pretty good for growing mushrooms. Mushrooms grow everywhere. They do, but you gotta know what you're looking for, and not everywhere grows psychedelic mushrooms as abundantly as others. England's actually not very rich in psilocybin mushrooms, or at least not. It's not supposed to be. We may have brought them in. All right, Luis. My dad used to go to the countryside and pick them. Yeah, if you know what you're looking for, mushrooms stop being so scary and start being like, "Oh, this is awesome." I love mushrooms, and looking for them, foraging for them. I got this cool mushroom morel little pendant that my girlfriend got me because she's awesome. All right, navigation. What is the strongest thing in the world? If you mean hallucinogenic, DMT. I haven't done it, but I know. I have heard enough people who've done it. That's why I haven't done it. I don't think I'm ready to. I've heard it explained more like if other drugs are like it's like the bungee jump of hallucinogenics, where you fucking extreme and then you bounce right back, where it only lasts like 5 minutes. If you're tripping longer, 15, then that's crazy, because usually it's like a 4 minute thing. But it's the strongest hallucinogenic in the world. It's naturally produced in all living beings, almost all plants have it. All living, most animals and insects create it. It's interesting. It is interesting, but haven't done it. Spicy liquid L and gel tabs. Yum yum yum. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of when I hear gel tabs. But if you're just talking about Tylenol, then I don't touch this stuff. Sandy says navigation, titanium. What's the strongest thing in the world? Titanium. Adamantium, actually. No. Sandy, yeah, I'm like, what, are we talking drugs or what? Spicy. I bought the bark to extract my own DMT. It's simple extraction if you're patient, which mimosa bark. Yeah. But you buy it for dyeing things. You don't buy it for making drugs. Sandy, oh yeah, DMT, that too. Yeah, I'm sure from what I hear, DMT is a lot stronger than titanium. Uh, in every sense, if you do it, just because all those senses become distorted. No, like I said, I haven't done it. I'm very curious to do it. But I don't know, man. The problem is it's hard being fucking like grounded in this fucking body as it is. I don't need anything else having me fucking trip out. Spicy, have you guys done salvia? I had a friend who did salvia outside of work while I was. Salvia is a weird one where it affects different people in different ways. Sandy, Terrence McKenna was a big fan of DMT. Spicy, it's DMT twisted fucked up sister. It's DMT's twisted fucked up sister, salvia. So salvia affects different people in different ways. I worked with this kid. I always tell the story. I know I've told it at least once on here, but I'm gonna tell it again. My friend, who is older than me and has done fucking every drug you can do, pretty much, I'm guessing. He's well seasoned, is what I'm saying. Jack Martin, have I ever done acid? Yes. So my friend, yes. No, I'm just joking. But yes, I have. I'm not a huge fan. I did it a few times. I used to watch movies. My best experience was for just watching movies and doing acid. I need to be alone and do my own thing, apparently. But my friend we were working together, and I was working with this kid who was younger than me and a guy I've known forever who was older than me. And the guy who was older than me can smoke tons of weed, all this, he's always fine, whatever. The kid younger than me is a real lightweight on smoking weed. I didn't even like smoking with him because he'd get too fucked up. And but this kid was just smoking salvia like it was nothing, like bowl after bowl of it. And he was just he looked just really stoned. He's like, no, this shit's fine, it's good. And he just got stoned off of it. And I knew another person who just smoked it like it was weed, not a lot of it, but yeah, just smoke it and then you're just kind of high and it's cool. And I'm like, okay, cool. I never did it. And then my friend goes out to his car. He's like, I'm going to go for a 5-minute break, smoke a bowl of this salvia with this guy, and this kid's been smoking it. And it's all he just wanted to smoke a bowl of it and smoke a cigarette, So they go out to the car, and I'm in there, and it starts getting busy as fuck, and I'm like, where the fuck is this guy? And fucking, it becomes like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I'm like, what the fuck? Finally, he comes in and just goes to the bathroom, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then, finally he comes out, and he's fucked. He's not okay. He later told me, he's like, man, I was smoking that shit, and like looking out the front window at the store, and he's like, so you're sitting, you can see your lap and you can see the roof of the truck he was in a truck, and then see the thing out the glass. He's like, at some point everything compressed into like a fucking small squished thing and all stretched out and like distort. He was tripping balls and uncomfortably, and the worst part is when you're not expecting it. And he ends up coming back in the store and he's fucked, and I felt really bad for him. And I'm like, Jesus. And I'm like, it blew my mind. I'm like, how is this kid who can't even smoke pot fucking blazing this shit and fucking he's okay? I stayed away from that shit because of all that experience. I'm like, I'm okay. Spicy. What? Spicy. That kid is fried. LOL. That's wild. Yeah, so he I mean, he's like, everything's becoming this beam of light or something. He's like, I don't know if he said it like that, but he was saying it was compressed. He's like, and like I said, he only talked about it like once or twice. And this was years and years ago, but I was there that day. And he's like, yeah, everything, I could see everything crunching. And he was like, holding on to the seats like a roller coaster. He's like, what? You know, fucking and the guy's like laughing. This kid was kind of an asshole. He's the only kid I ever had to write up, uh, pretty much. You know, one of like two. The other ones were like you just fired because I had I had to do that once or twice too. But he's the only guy I ever like wrote up. I'm like, dude, why are you such a fuck up? Please don't fuck up. He was the guy who I've always said, I'm like, some people you smoke weed with and they're great. They're better workers. Some people you smoke weed with and they're such fucking so fucked up. That's why I didn't understand how he was smoking salvia, because I smoked bowl with this kid and he was so fucked up that he couldn't work right. He's like laughing and joking, but like an idiot and fucking around with shit and fucked up. And I'm like, dude, you're fucking trash. I told everyone, never smoke weed with this kid ever at work. But he was smoking, I don't know, it was just weird. Maybe he did it a lot, I don't know. Spicy salvia was terrifying. I had an ounce of it 10 feet away. You have an ounce of it 10 feet away from me. I haven't done it in 9 months. Not planning to do it anytime soon because that kid, anytime soon. Spicy. That kid is fried. How do you react to a bowl of motherfucking salvia, but weed has you acting crazy? See, isn't that weird? And this kid ended up like, I think he ended up doing hard drugs. I knew him. They said they were cousins, but they weren't cousins. They were just really, really, they knew each other from childhood and really good friends. And my friend knew him, and he's no longer with us, unfortunately. And yeah, fucking. But we all worked together for a little bit. And yeah, that kid was an idiot. He ended up, I think, getting into some fucked up shit. So didn't end well with him. I haven't talked to him. I haven't talked or thought about him in a long time. And every time I do, it's this story about doing salvia or about the fact that some people react better to pot than others. But yeah, I don't know if he smoked it a lot or what, but he didn't act like nothing. And that's why I'm like, yeah, go smoke some of this shit with him and then tell me how it is. I knew I should have held off, and I'm glad I did, because I'm not trying to trip balls at work for fucking, even if it's only half an hour. He ended up coming back to work and working. Like it doesn't last forever, but he was not okay, and I'm like, yeah, fuck that. Navigation, do the DMT, man. Yeah, I'm not against it, but it seems like a lot of the experiences that people say they have where they're like, dude, I realize now that this reality, there's a realer reality than this, and everything gets wiped away, and fucking you learn all these things, and it's like you meet other dimensional creatures and other shit like that, and you get blasted to another fucking dimension and I'm like, yeah, like I already I already believe that. You're preaching to the choir. I've already known that shit. I don't need. I could do more of these things to just explore into regions that I already know. It's like, yeah, I know it's unfathomable. I know that. But I'm not against it. I'm just also barely able to keep everything together as it is. So if I had less of a job, if this was my job, we'd be doing the DMT experiment trials. I'm like, okay, it's spicy. My face melded into my car. I felt like I was in a realm I wasn't meant to see. It was like being in an eternally trapped in. It was like being eternally trapped in the cog of existence. It was a very dark feeling. Sandy, when you do DMT, and then Spicy says no on salvia. And then the physical feeling is so dysphoric. It's like nothing I've ever felt. Yeah, it doesn't seem pleasant. But again, it seems like other people have decent. This is all drugs too. I know I'm very, like I said, mushrooms hit me really hard. Apparently, I think I'm very sensitive to those. So the next time I do mushrooms, I'm going to put it in a tincture and try to do it more in that way. See if it helps. Navigation. You're not going to get high on DMT. Anyway, every looks better. It's a vision thing. You're not going to get. Yeah, you're not high. See, yeah, but at the same time, DMT. I've heard plenty of people, from Terrence McKenna, Joe Rogan to random people on the internet. I've heard a lot of experiences of DMT. I feel like it's very possible that DMT seems like the place you go to when you're so far into REM sleep that you no longer process consciousness. Like you start, kind of produce. They say it might be a big part of dreaming, could be a part of DMT production, and everything has to do it, and everything has it. But I don't know. I don't know exactly the biochemistry aspects of it, but I can tell you that the experiences seem to be drawn similar to that of the dreams of certain people who maybe retain that part of the dream or that extremeness of it. I don't know. Uh, I do know also that every drug introduced to the brain can be recreated by the brain, if I'm not mistaken. Every chemical introduced to the brain can be created by the brain, hence after. Like it kind of learns how to produce it. Not that it would, but your brain's like a chemical factory, and I believe once you introduce things to it, that you give the blueprints to your factory, and it can put it away, but at the same time, you can pull it out. Like, for instance, people who do DMT, Terrence McKenna would always say that he could have a dream, and in the dream, someone would pull out a pipe of DMT, and he'd do a hit of DMT, and boom, even though you're dreaming, you're doing a fucking DMT blast off, fucking, you know what I mean? So it's an interesting thing. Uh, I think the fact is drugs change your perception, but you can alter your own perception. You just try not to because that's called sanity for most of us. All right, spicy. LOL. You're blasted into another realm. Yeah, no shit. Some people use very small doses for fun, but I think you're just asking for trouble doing that. Spicy. Yeah, I know. My mom tried DMT for the first time in the last year or so, like not long ago, and she could only get a hit in, and she's like, I can't remember exactly what happened. I know I was tripping and everything was fucked, but she has such fucked up lungs she can't even smoke pot. So I'm like, she's not made to smoke DMT, you know what I mean? But it's it's funny she tried it. Sandy, wow, I wouldn't have been cool if Carl Jung's. Wow, wouldn't it have been cool if Carl Jung smoked DMT? Smoked some DMT. What kind of knowledge about the subconscious might he have seen? Well, that might have completely broke his theories of subconscious or changed them. Everyone I know who's done DMT, it seems like it becomes spicy Dorito. Your mom did what? What does that surprise you? No, I'm just joking. Uh, yeah, my mom tried DMT for the first time not long ago, and she could only do these little, like I said, she don't even smoke pot anymore because she can't get much pot in her with her little baby lungs, and that's why I'm so scared she's gonna get fucking COVID. But yes, so my mom did DMT. What? Spicy. I want my mom to try microdosing. Yeah, fucking microdosing mushies. Yeah, uh, I do too. I do too. That was a big part of growing mushrooms in any way was then be trying to do that. My goal is to move to the mountains with like 3 or 4 fucking little tiny houses spread out over a large patch of fucking land that I own, and have my mom, my girlfriend's mom, my stepdad, and me a house, and then one more little tiny place for like a recording studio. So I have this little village up in the mountains, and get them all microdosing and being healthy, growing our own vegetables, growing our own, produce and smoke and all that shit. So that's the goal. Is I'm trying to get up to the mountains and start my own little thing. That's the goal. Build it up. But I've been set back a lot. But that's the goal. Even if I have to fucking live like a broke ass for a long time and save up or something, I'm getting the fuck out of this place. The city, I'm done with it. I'm so done with the city. I I don't like being surrounded by people. I don't like fucking anything. You know, I'm done trying to like go to shows all the time or try to be in shows. There's no point when all this shit's going on. So I'm like, yeah, I've always thought I'd retire to the mountains. Now I just want to live in the mountains as soon as possible. Gypsy, and don't forget your sister and family. Well, my sister's more than welcome, but my sister has a house and a family and stuff. Like I said, I guess in my dream it'd be 5 mansions in the mountains, and I'd own everyone, and you'd be like, here's a mansion, and have a mansion, and you have a mansion, and they're all solar paneled and self-sufficient. Yeah, but um, I want to actually talk my mom into it. I doubt she would do it either. She has her own shit going. But yeah, my sister and my family would love to go up there. Kenzie, Johnny says hi. Here's Johnny. So, The Shining School. Anyway, Johnny, I say hi. I say hello to Johnny, and hopefully everyone's doing good at your casa. And yeah, you and your family are doing good. It's good to have a goal. At least I got a goal. But yes, let's spin the wheel dab, see what we're dabbing on next. And yeah. I don't know, man. Unfortunately, it's hard for anybody to get their shit together in that sense. That's a big goal for anybody, but I'm gonna try. I gotta spin that again. That 7 of 10 is fucking out of commission now. Alright. Let's go for 2. Spicy. My goal is similar. I have about 200 bucks. I have about 200 bucks to my name, but it's fine. I'm just happy to be all good. And that's oh wait, I just mixed 2 up. I moved right when it went. Alright. Spicy. My goal is similar. I have 200 bucks to my name, but it's fine. It'll work out in time. That's the goal, and I'm trying to figure it out. And, you know, we're not set up to win, but that doesn't mean that you have to fail. Community trash. How's it going, man? Was in a crash tonight. I'm just happy to be all good. Oh no, yeah, that sucks, dude. If you're especially talking about a car crash, like I just had my car totaled. I just replaced my car and have a much downgraded car, which I'm very thankful to have. But it was a shitty experience. So hopefully you're all right. And Spicy says, dude, that sucks, community. Yeah, no shit. And yeah, dude, as long as you're good. My shoulder's still fucked. My thumb's a lot better, which I was really worried about because I use my thumb a lot. My hand's still swollen though, but they said it might just, your hand just might be swollen from now on. I'm like, great. So I get no payout, no nothing, just swollen hand. Anyway, shoulder's doing better. So I hope you're physically well, yada yada, emotionally, financially. All right. So, Spicy, even if I have to wait and take advantage of the societal collapse, yeah, no shit. And dude, that sucks, community. Yeah, I know. I don't know what to do. But I want to get to the mountains as quick as possible. Like, the next few years. My job sucks. My fucking house is fucking falling apart and exploding pipes and fucking just, it's I don't know what to do there. So there's a lot of things that I need to work on and get the fuck out of here. I just want to get into a nicer place. Not even a nicer place. I don't care if this place was just in the mountains. But yeah. Navigation. Sorry to peer pressure you into doing DMT. You're navigating me to do DMT. So, no. Yeah, it's all just how you word it, man. Bongathon. We're gonna thong that bong. Spicy Dorito. Big brain energy don't work. Big brain don't work well. God, I can't remember that anymore. It's been too long. Stuck in a world of misspellings and grammar problems. Big brain don't work well. All right, let's get this. What are we dabbing on? Bongathon. The old Bongathon, 2013. So what is that? 7 years now? No, 8 years old. It's 8 years old now. Just about. All right. Oh. Yeah, spicy Dorito. How was 2013 so long ago, right? I mean, it feels like a while, but when you hear it out loud, that was 8 years ago. It's like, oh, Jesus. Time is a flying. Navigation. Before you do DMT, have mad stuff around you to look at, and then let me know if what you see. Just remember. Yeah. Yeah. So when I first was learning about DMT, I really wanted to do it and was kind of like into it, like ready for it. I was in a pretty decent place and yada yada, but couldn't get a hold of it and didn't want to make it. And by the time I started having more of a chance to either make it or get a hold of it, I was like, I'm not. I've had a lot of panic attacks and shit over the years. My whole life was a flaming pile of dog shit. Um, I was just went through really. I just went through an uncomfortable breakup that I technically I made. You know, like most things in life, that was my decision for ill or for good. But yeah, I don't know. It took a lot of time. I lost my cat. I lost a bunch of cats over those years. Every year I lost a cat for like 3 years. Like, that sucked. And then just wasn't in the right place. The last thing I wanted to do, and I was having all these anxiety attacks. I just wasn't ready to fucking blast off to another universe at that moment. All right, spicy. I was 13 or 14 in 2013. So it flies, dude. Yeah, it flies. I don't know. There's not a day, unfortunately, that I don't wish I could go back with the knowledge I have now to multiple points in my life. You know, childhood, be super smart, obviously. I wish I could just take all this knowledge back then. I wish I could take it back even 5 years, 4 years, 3, 2, 1. Any years, it'd be nice to have the knowledge of the future during the trials of the past. Gypsy, I lived in a completely different life. I lived a completely different life in 2013. 2013 was a hell of a year. Um, I remember really wanting to make my album in 2013. I distinctly remember that. I was born on the 13th, so I'm like, oh, it's the 13th. It's, 2013. I think that's just a good year to put out my album. And then shit started fucking up a little. Navigation, you're a smart, handsome guy. Who? I'm none of those things, of course. I'm not. I am an adequately handsome. No, I definitely don't consider myself handsome because I don't know. I've never been treated as such by most people, I guess. And then I don't know. Smart is a relative term. It's easy to be smart when you're surrounded by people who choose not to be. Sandy, my favorite dream is to get access to a time machine and then go back and see all the awesome musical performance in person that I only get to hear now on CDs. Like what though? I am interested in like if you could go back in time, or so it's like a time machine and a travel machine at the same. You go back in time and see any band, at least one concert, one night. You know, if I gave you the ability to go back in time, maybe not tonight, it's actually 10. The show would just be starting, and you're well rested when you get transported. You can go back in time and see one band, but you have to see the concert. You can't leave the venue. And once the concert's done, you get like 20 minutes to smoke a smoke outside and hang out with people and be like, oh my God, what just happened? That's it. What band would you pick? And I just fucked this up. Let me see here. I have to think about that. Although I have a pretty good idea. So, Sandy, that's a good one. Oh, spicy. Any Primus concert in the '90s, blasted on liquor and coke. Yeah, you get to do drugs in your time machine travel too. So if you're like, I want to go back to the '70s and do cocaine with yada yada, and it's like, yep, you get here's some seven. But yeah, that's a different one. Okay, Mahavishnu Orchestra live at the Whiskey a Go Go, 1972. That's there you go. Sandy, good one. Maharishni. It's been a while. I haven't heard that name in a long time even. I don't know them personally. Is that not the one with Rabbi Shankar or whatever? Rabbi Rabbi Shankar. That thing's fucked. All right, I need a good scraper for this. Navigation. What is coke like compared to weed? You're asking the wrong guy. I don't. I've done cocaine. You can count it on like one hand and like 3 fingers missing. Sounds about right. I do not like things in my nose. And then smoking it, I did not like that either. So that was it. Sandy Trunks, John McLaughlin. So yeah, spicy. Just kidding. I think a better answer would have been a hell of a time. I could think of a better answer, but I'd have a hell of a time at Primus in the '90s, blasted on liquor and coke. Hey, that'd be a good one. Yeah, if I could go back and see one band at one time. So, personally, I guess if I could go back in time and anywhere in any place and see something, I don't know. My dad said that his favorite concert that he ever saw live was The Doors. He saw The Doors, if I'm not mistaken, when he was a young kid. He had to be pretty fucking young. And I guess if I could go back and see any concert, it'd be to go back to that concert and see that with him. You know? What better than to see his favorite concert, you know what I mean? So be able to share that and go back in time, have that happen. That'd be pretty up there at least. Sandy, I love the addition of being able to go back in time and smoke a J or something else before you have to come back. Yeah, you can get blasted on something, but like I said, and you get 20 minutes after the show, so that's big. Gypsy, I would love to see the Doors. So yeah, seeing the Doors and at that concert would be neat. That'd be up there. Granted, I might go there and be like, oh yeah, it was really cool, but yeah, that's a hard one. Navigation. I'll bang some chicks again if I could go back in time. Wait. I'll bang some chicks again if I can go back in time. That pretty much it. If I could go back into time anywhere, any place, I don't know, I'd just find some chicks and bang out some chicks. You just go, I don't know, time banging. Hey, I'm from the future. If you're down, I could be the reason that someone else is here in the future. Gypsy, that's what I was literally typing as he said that. Yeah, the doors would be a big one. If you're asking about the doors, or were you talking about banging chicks? That's funny, Gypsy. That's literally what I was typing as you said that. What you're typing out? I'd bang some chicks again if I could go back in time. That pretty much it. I mean, other than that, whatever. I don't know. That's weird, Gypsy. That's weird you're typing that too. Sandy, what if you could go back with the same prostate? Wait, what if you go back with the same prostate navigation instead of going back and banging some chicks out? I'm 28, so my health is still. Don't leave us hanging. What's your health? So I'm health still. Oh, so I'm health still. He is health. He's the picture of health. And he's ready to bang chicks in the past again. Would you? Does that mean you would go back and have sex with the same chicks that you've already had sex with? If I could go back in time, I'd go back and have sex with those chicks I had sex with. That was sweet. Yeah. I just keep going back to that. That night was awesome. And yeah, just a time loop of. I call it the Poon loop. It's a theory of mine of how the universe will work in one day. It's probably what the universe is. You just come here, reproduce, and do a loop. Now, Spicy Dorito, bang some hot 60s chicks. Hey, as long as you're cool with 60s chicks, we'll leave it at that. Spicy at Woodstock, but you might catch something. Might catch a hell of a good time. I don't know. It seems like it's more prevalent to get. I don't know how easy it was to get anything. It seems like everything's horrible. You gotta be careful. Yeah, just be careful, I guess, is the best thing. We really getting into going back in time and banging out chicks? uh, Navigation, yeah, the same ones. It's just the same ones. I just keep having sex with those chicks because they already had sex with me, so I know that could happen again if I went back there. But what if you went back there and you were having sex with that chick and you're like, hey, you ruined it? What if you end up cock blocking yourself by spending your one time machine on your favorite night and you're like, oh shit, I guess if there was two of me here, that would kind of weird things out. Anyway, navigate. Navigation. I messed up my relationship. They were perfect. Yeah. Every every relationship is perfect at that moment. Yeah, that night was perfect. We had the perfect relationship. It was amazing, and I feel like we all feel that way. Uh, like I said, there's not a day in my life I don't have feelings of regret, not going back and changing things or knowing things and changing them. But Sandy, I just think it's funny to circle around to the same. Well, I mean, when you say you get, go back in time and bang a bunch of chicks, and they were perfect, all of them, they were perfect. Yeah, she was perfect too. She was the love of my life. But what about her? Yeah, she was the love of my life too. I can have a bunch of loves in my lives. If they're not okay with them all being the love of my life, then that's their problem. Yeah, they all were. They were all perfect. Uh, well, that gives you really if they were all perfect, then that gives really high percentage on the fact that the next one will be perfect too. You'll be batting 100. Um, I don't know. Relationships are something. They're I don't know. I guess the ultimate test is when you're dying. If it really does come for you, be like, oh, your hand in my hand makes me feel like death isn't so. Oh God, no, it's still bad. Oh, the pain. But all right, spicy. About 100 out of 100 chance of being perfect. That's a pretty good chance. Um, I think that's perfect. Gotta shut this window. There we go. Honestly. Oh, I don't know, man. I do feel like the unfortunate part is every time you're in like a bad relationship, or every time you are in a relationship and you actually dedicate yourself, you give a little piece of your heart and your innocence and your fucking like your ideal picture of love when you really love somebody is that it'll last forever. And if that goes away for you, how do you feel about love? Gives you a lot of questions to ponder about your own feelings and thoughts towards things. It's like, you know, and then you pick yourself up and dust yourself off and do it again, and then it could go even worse. And you start questioning if it's worth doing it again. It kind of reminds me of getting a pet. It's like you love that pet, and if something happens, it'd be unbearable to lose that pet. So, you know, you do anything to go back and change how things play out. Does that keep you from ever getting another pet? I've definitely had those feelings. So, does it make you feel like it's not worth investing your heart in another relationship? Yeah, I've definitely had those feelings. I think the best thing you can do is just play things out naturally. It seems like no matter what happens, we always regret not doing things slightly different. So, you know, the way of least resistance is my advice for everybody. Do what flows naturally. And if you're a good person, that usually means that you're just continuing to do good things, because that's what comes naturally. And if you're not, I don't know, man. I guess that's to each their own. But I feel like, you know, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. Everybody's got their own agenda to fill. Oh, I personally say let's. Oh, what am I doing? Not dabbing. Now I got a cat on my lap. It's gonna be harder to dab. It's gonna be hard to dab. It's hard to dab when you're on my lap, dear. Because I'm always worried about setting you on fire. You're so fluffy. All right, navigation. There was a city. They was a city chicks, and they worked and went to college. I was making like 400 a second, so I did stuff way earlier in life. They was perfect. I wanted them to do stuff. I don't even remember. Okay, are you drinking Everclear? It's becoming ever more clear to me that somebody's no yeah, they was city chicks. Um yeah, they even wore fancy perfumes and spicy dirty. Yeah, I don't know, man. I hear you, Sandy. I think so, Venom. Yeah, we've all been hitting the. It's ever so clear to me. Hey, man. I've had times where I was so drunk I couldn't set the alarm clock, and I desperately needed to get up the next morning. So that was unfortunate. Um, Sandy, I think we're being punked here. Well, call Ashton Kutcher. Kutcher, got yourself a new uh, navigation. They wore explosive perfumes. um, Spicy. I've had times when I was so drunk, blacked out. You good? You good, cat? You chilling? You happy? I've had times I was so expensive. They wore explosive perfumes. Well, all perfumes are explosive if you set fire to them and throw them at somebody, but expensive nonetheless. Spicy. I've had times I was so drunk I blacked out on the commuter rail and was taken off the train and to the hospital by the cops. Woke up screaming about methamphetamines and Bezos and apologizing to the staff for being so belligerent. Well, at least you got to apologize. Um, I I've just gotten into like fights and fucking yeah. Most of the things I've ever done and regretted was because I was drunk. So I guess the biggest regret was drinking. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. You would boy. And yeah, drinking is a hell of a drug. Spicy. I'm not a fighter. Yeah, me neither. Not really. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm pretty against fighting for the most part. Fighting is the actions of a desperate man. When you got nothing else for you, you could always be violent towards people. Navigation. Them girls was perfect. Perfect. All of them. Once I find the right 6 or 7 girls to settle down with, my days of roaming are over. So that's what they say. Let's grind up some weed and smoke a bowl or something. Because it's officially 10. I'm gonna try and do a dab here. We're gonna smoke a joint, and we're gonna call it a night. So I still need to eat food and get ready for work tomorrow, which sucks. Perfect, says Spicy Dorito. It was perfect. Them girls there. Them girls. Spicy. Ew, work. Yep. And I'm not looking forward to it. The only thing that's good is I have a new car, and hopefully I'm in it doing a bunch of deliveries, getting tipped awesomely by amazing people who would never leave someone out in the cold and then fucking stiff them on a tip. Can't tell you how many times in the middle of a pandemic, people are sitting at home, fucking ordering food. And like, oh, thanks for coming out, and leave you in the fucking negative fucking weather, and just be like, okay, cool. It's so cold. Thanks so much for coming out. I'm sorry that shit happens. Spicy making OnlyFans. Yeah, but like it's the winter, and I'm sure fans won't be a good thing to do. Maybe once the summer starts up, but right now fans won't sell. Only heaters, maybe. Only heaters, and I'll sell something else. No, I'm just joking. Uh, Sandy, how's your shoulder feeling, Venom? Yeah, not great. My shoulder's been hurting. My thumb's been doing a lot better, which I'm really glad about because I enjoy playing music, which involves my thumb. But yeah, Spicy making OnlyFans. I don't know. Once I get going again on the show, I want to make a Patreon. That's pretty much like it's not far from it. Give me money and I'll give you some special content. Spicy Dorito, boy, if you don't quit playing around. Sandy, yay, thumbs. Yeah, about my thumbs feeling there, that shit's fucking awesome. Navigation, waking up next to them girls and grabbing booty was better than the $400 a second. I don't even know what to say about that. You would pay $400 a second? I guess if I had it, you could actually offer it. But I don't know, buddy. I just don't know. If I were you, I'd start just working on a time machine. Hey, navigation show. Nav, what the actual Kentucky Fried fuck are you saying? I can see Kentucky Fried fuck sounds fucking awesome. I don't know. Somebody's been hitting the booze. How you end up on my show after that's the question. The booze, as the kids call it these days. All the kids call it booze. What Spicy said. Yeah, no shit. I haven't had a drink in probably like 6 to 8 months. It's just not my thing. I'm glad to be away from it because it makes you do silly things at best. Your little ears. Oh, there you go. So I hope you're enjoying Tribble Vision. All tribbles, all the time. All right, let's see now. Well, I'm trying to do a dab, but the cat is in the way. So what I will do, I have one more jar of this interesting dabbage. Spicy. They're called spirits for a reason. Yeah, no shit. They bring out the demon. Demon in you. I will say this about alcohol. Gypsy, it's the panda. It's the little panda. She's just a panda. Most people are probably like, why did you call your cat Panda when she is not black and white? She's so poofy. She got a big old poofy raccoon tail. And it kind of like curls around your finger. How curly it is. It's so curly. You got it curly. Sandy, I love how Panda's in the frame. She always is. Here's me right. Guess I'll be right in. But by the way, now we're just fucking with you. No malice intended. No. Even if there's a fence, you get mad for a second, but then you're hugging people later on. It's fine. We're all good here. We're all, like I said, I ain't hating. I'm elevating. Navigation. The next girl I get, I'm a keep. And that's a good way to look at it. Do things right this time. The next couple chicks. Spicy. In your basement? Okay, I'll stop. Hey, basements are nice. I miss being in a basement. Basements are the closest thing to being away from people I've been able to live in for a while. Sandy trucks, that's funny. Oh, I missed it together. Next girl I'm going to keep in your basement. That's good shit. You can make fun of me, I don't care. Well, good on you, navigation. I feel the same way. But that was good. The keeping a chick at the basement was good. I didn't read it right. I was thinking more like, what, in your basement? And I'm like, oh, basements are cool. What's wrong with the Oh, locked and chained. I know what you're talking about now. I'm glad my mind didn't jump to that immediately. Oh, yeah. Locked, chained, basement. Sandy, we love you, dude. Just not when you're behaving like an ass. Hey, that's how I feel. Like an ass. No, Spicy Bite does, LOL. My advice is stay away from the drink and smoke some pot. At the end of the day, I advise that to everybody. Smoking weed is great. Drinking will lead you doing some stupid shit. I don't advise it. Navigation. It's the waking up to the shouty and grabbing their booty part. That's the part you miss. Shh. Spicy. Shh. Down there. Slowly closes the basement door. It's okay. It's okay. Put lotion on the fucking basket. Shouty. All right. Let's do a dab now that the cat's out of. Oh wait, I gotta grab some hash because this one. That's the one thing I don't like about distillate is like I need like something to like scrape this rounded out bottom out better. And I don't have a tool at the moment that I would really. Well, maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna grab the last thing. We're gonna do a dab, finish this joint, and then we go and grab our shouties booty, thick shouties only. Yeah, I don't trust the word thick in real life anymore. Thick means thick. No, I'm just joking. How thick is thick? Well, there's no definition of thick. Thick could be a mile thick. You could be a mile thick, and technically, that's thick. But no, I'm just joking. I got love for everybody, but only my girlfriend in that way. But I am proud of everybody, and everyone should be proud of who they are and how much ass they could kick if you said that in front of them. My whole thing is just being healthy. I mean, that's the only time where it's like, you just got to worry about your life. I know the only time I'm ever worried about being a bigger person is like my heart's going to explode. Hey, Mickey D. What up? Spicy. Nice backtracking, pal. Hey, to each their own. My rule is I personally had always been like, you just can't weigh more than me. If we're gonna play on the seesaw, I don't want to be in the air the whole time. You know what I mean? That's my dating rule. Mickey D, playing Batman on VR. Does that shit make you want to puke ever? That's the only thing that's held me off from VR is I'm afraid that I get like motion sickness, son. And I'm afraid that I'm going to be like not okay doing VR stuff. The VR seems cool. I have an Xbox One at the house. I think you could make those. You could play VR games on those, right? I don't know. I've never played VR games, but yeah, I'm going to grab some hash. We'll do a dab. It's good to have you, Mickey D. What is it? It's 10:19. You got a little bit more time. I got J rolled. Hopefully, you got a bowl going. And yeah, we'll blaze up. I got to grab some dab. I'll take this with me. All right. Got some dabbage. got some dabbage, and I got my dog a giant tennis ball. Tennis balls are her favorites, so I got her a giant tennis ball. She wasn't that excited about it, so we took out some of the air in it. So we thought maybe she'd like it more. She likes her tennis balls all chewed up and floppy. So we thought we could pre-floppy it, but because it's an inflatable tennis ball. But I'm excited about the giant tennis ball. Hopefully, when she's feeling better, she'll be excited about it too. She likes what she likes. She's a dog. Holy moly, that's a giant tennis ball. Isn't that an awesome giant tennis ball? I love that thing. I had to get that for her. I don't get her enough toys. She's a little bit picky about her toys, but she's so gentle and so good. And she's very nice. Like every toy she gets, she plays with for a second, and it's very cute. And she'll pick them out, when she wants. Almost every dog I know is like that. But she also, her favorite, oh man, this thing's so hard to open. You bitch. Her favorite toys are fucking chewed up tennis balls once they're like half chewed in half and floppy. And so that was the idea. It was like, I'm gonna blow her mind with this fucking giant tennis ball. And she wasn't having it. So then we deflated it a little bit to make it like the floppy chewy and she just wasn't having it. But in time, she'll learn to love it. She might actually enjoy it more. She had a rough day yesterday. Got this stuff's in the fridge. There we go. Now it's starting to open. Had to warm up a little bit. Yep, it's all over the lid. All right, that's why. There's your problem. Got yourself some lid hash. You don't want that. Goddamn lid hash. There we go. Get some of that off. Spicy, you got to pre-chew them for her. Yeah, I know. She likes them all chewed up. Well, that's kind of what I thought. Making them floppy would kind of do that. It is what it is. Can't win them all. And as long as that dog is doing okay and healthy and happy, dude, that dog has. I love that dog so much, dude. It's unreal. So, this dab here is to the one and only Phoenix, my favoriteest doggest everest. So, yeah, so watch out, because it's for realsies. That dog, I can't tell you. It just, I don't know. That dog makes me extremely happy. I love that dog. That dog also makes my girlfriend extremely happy. Therefore, like that combination of making everybody happy and the puppy and the love is so important. Love that dog. Her not feeling well yesterday was just bringing back just devastating feelings of being at the vet and everything not okay, and it was just freaky. So, Gypsy, I saw a cute video of a dog having a favorite Gumby toy, and the guy walked in wearing a Gumby suit, and the dog was so excited. So I've seen the thumbnail of that, but I never clicked on it. I'm bad about it sometimes because if I start watching cute animal videos on my YouTube, that's like all it fucking puts in my suggested videos. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, I limit my cute. But I saw that. Here, oh my god. That'd be cute. See, that's what I'd be afraid of is I come in and Kenzie, oh my god, I love that video. So cute. See, I was wondering, I mean, I imagine that because it was viral and such a big video that it went well. But I don't know. I don't know how. I'd probably do it and the dog would be like, what the fuck? But she is so sensitive. She'd be like, I don't know. Who is Sandy? I saw that one too. So it went viral as fuck. Everyone loved it. It's really cute. I kind of had this vision in my head that giving her a giant tennis ball would kind of give her that kind of like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like really flip her out. But it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Like I said, it was bad timing because she's not super good today, but she was feeling better. I like the giant tennis ball. I don't know. I wouldn't not recommend it because she's just not digging it at the moment. I'm giving it time, and even if it's just not her thing, it's still kind of cool. Giant tennis ball. You never know when you need one. I want to get gigantic racket and play giant tennis ball. Giant tennis. Get some really goofy fucking polo shirts and shorts. Go with somebody and be like some really nice neighborhood and bust out the gigantic tennis ball with some stupid huge racket. Well, that's my goal. Gypsy, I bet she'll be in love with it in a few days. Just keep giving it to her. I know I was trying to really get into it, but like I said, when you really want something, oh god damn it, when you're smoking a joint, I'm not dabbing. I'm not even dabbing. Damn. All right. Cheers, everybody. I might have to relight this just a little bit. Here's to the number one doggo, Phoenix. I love that dog. Here's to her. Cheers, everybody. Woohoo! Here we go. Cheers. That's better. Woo! Ganja game going strong. Whew. That's a little better. That pot, that one actually tastes good. What are we dabbing on? I'm dabbing on some Durban Poison by the shittiest company you've ever seen. If you ever see this logo, that one right there, run. Run. Don't even fucking hesitate. Run and freak people out from the building. Like Godzilla style. But this one actually tastes halfway decent. But that could be just going from something that tastes like fucking shit to something that tastes halfway decent. You're like, oh, that's good. All right. And once again, we'll do the old. See, it still has a distinct after flavor. Fucking crap. God damn it, it's stuck in there too. So I gotta clean that before I put that back in. We'll pour some of that right there. Oh man, it's dripping everywhere. Guess I'm gonna waste more trying to get it. And this guy's gonna go there. Stay there. Yep. All right. Perfect. It's one nice thing about having a dab man. You can scrape it back up when you drop it on there. All right. Spicy. Run screaming and crying. Just run screaming and crying. Just be like, make it funny. Have fun with it. You know, that's the key. Remember in theater, if If you don't have fun, how is the audience supposed to have fun? You know what I mean? Just go with it. Freak them out. Don't give them an explanation. You just see that logo, just fucking scream, throw whatever is in your hand up in the air, and run. And if people don't follow you, it's their fault. Come back the next day or two later, ask for the security footage, and send it to me. That's what I would do. Spicy. And isn't life just one big play? Why not be theatrical? Why not indeed? Why not indeed? This amazing acting talent. Yeah. I couldn't tell you, man. Couldn't tell you at all. Apparently I unplugged everything. That's how we go. There we go. Battery's dead. There's your problem. That's why it sounds like a fart. Spicy. Ooh, bass. I want to learn to play. Me too. I feel you there. I like bass. Apparently this bass is completely dead. One thing about active pickups, I've learned this recently, and pre-confirmed, although I've never read it online. God damn it. Apparently this fucking thing is busted. Years of use has rendered it shitted to fuck. God damn it. Well, that's the first time that broke, finally, too. Good timing. So, this pedal's permanently stuck on the on mode. Fun times. Wish the bass wasn't better. And the pedal broke. So, no more of that guy. This guy was the first pedal I ever bought and is now fucked. It was also not the best synth ever. It's a funny thing to play with. My friend got it, and I was so new to bass, it was just cool. And I'm like, okay, I want to get one too. Looking back, there's some really cool synthesizers besides that one that are much better. But it was still cool. All right, it ended. Yeah, this thing's fucked. I hate having active pickups because eventually you gotta change the battery, especially if you leave it plugged in and turned on like I do. Well, that was fun while it lasted. All right, there we go. All right, well, it has been great, but it has been a night. I hope everything has been going well. Finally, things are starting to turn around slightly, ever so slightly. Uh, yeah, got a new car, so that's cool. It's an old car. It's downgraded, but it's new to me. It's in decent shape. I bought off Craigslist from this Mongolian dude. He didn't speak a lot of English well, or it's just that there's some hard accents to translate to me, but Mongolian was rough, so that went well. Fortunately, because that could have gone very badly. Stay safe. Hopefully, everyone around you is doing okay. Um, don't underestimate the world we're living in right now, and just be sure to protect yourself and you know protect the people around you by taking precautions and being safe and not over. The shit ain't over. So Sandy, congrats on the new car, Venom. Well, hey, it's I had to. I drive for a living, and I spent $5,000 on a car. So my last car cost about 27, and all I could afford after the end of everything was a $5,000 car, and that was at best. But that's okay. That's what I wanted. It's perfect for what I do. I'm a happy camper. My water pipe busted, but it's somewhat fixed. I'm a happy camper. I had a decent, I always break even because I'm always at a state of being okay. It's fine. Shit's gonna be okay. I know it will be with this show anyway because I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna have a bunch of videos coming out about how this pedal sucks. No, I'm just joking. It did okay for the fact I've been stomping on it for fucking 10 years. Probably like fucking 16 years, 17 years. And then I'm going to be doing a video on these CBD smokes on what the fuck is that. It's just been a long week. I was going to do one earlier, but I just got this ready for tonight. Everyone have an amazing night. You made my night amazing. I'm about to stuff a whole bunch of food in my face, watch some fucking old Star Trek, pass out with like food here, dog here, cat here, just zone out. No, I'm actually I got shit to do. Every night for me is changing water, checking water levels, checking plants, feeding cats. Although fortunately I don't have to do that burden alone. So, and I'm very happy about that. Gypsy, have a good night. Much love. Sandy, good night. Gypsy, smile. Gypsy, glad things are turning around for you. Well, like I said, it was more just like you have to persevere persevere. Persevere. You got to do that thing where you get through the bad times with your good brain. Fuck, I'm an idiot. All right. Things will get better. If they don't get better, I'll still be here for you. I have so much love for all you guys. Thank you again for making my night amazing. It means the world to me. I've had bad times and good times, but I am glad you've always been there, and I'll always be there for you. And yeah, be safe, be happy, and as always, take it easy. Keep it keepy. Good night, guys.